Welcome to the Kandid Room.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love what's going on, Cosmo. How you doing today? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you. Am I delayed? I may need to switch over to my.
Okay.
Am I
Yeah, you're a little delayed.
good? We still good?
It's a little delayed.
No big bumps, no delays.
It is a little delayed there. You're
Okay.
frozen as well.
I'm gonna have to switch to the backup.
Okay. Take your time. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna let you come on in. Okay. All right, people. Everybody, what's going on? Everybody, how you doing? This is your girl, Miss Maggie T, and you see Cosmic right there in the background trying to get his audio and video together. But it's okay. Technology, I tell you, every day you want it to be the way you want it to be, but it's all right. We're gonna keep it moving. How's everybody doing out there in this YouTube land? We actually are now on Facebook and Indeed, thanks to Cosmic. I'm trying to get my followers up, but I doubt it. I'm gonna get
I might not have to. How is my? Am I delayed now or am I good? Because I might not have to leave. Am I good now?
I think you're good now. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, let's get this thing started back over. So once again, I'm Miss Maggie T. Right next to me, introduce yourself.
My name is Cosmic, Shaman Messenger for long, but you can just call me Cosmic for short. And I am happy and thrilled to be a part of this Kandid Room with Maggie T.
Okay. That's what I'm telling you. Like we said, we always keep this thing going and everything, but I'm happy that you are here today. And how are you feeling today, Cosmic?
I feel great. It was my pop's birthday yesterday, so we took him out to Top Golf today to get out of the house and enjoy it. He hasn't been golfing in a while, so seeing the smile on his face what just made like the world a difference. So hanging out with family, I feel absolutely good. And now I'm here with the lovely Maggie T and the rest of everybody to have a great show tonight.
Okay. Thank you. Everybody that's in here in chat right about now, go ahead and share this out. Let me make sure it's streaming everywhere, the place it needs to be. And I'm glad that you guys are here today. So let me make sure it's going somewhere. If you're new to the channel, I want you to let me know. Say hello, I'm new here. We always love first timers, and every week we get new faces. So that's something I'm always happy about. So let me go ahead and get this in here and share this on our pages. There we go. And
Shout out to everybody who is on LinkedIn as well too. We got this sharing on Facebook, YouTube, and I added my LinkedIn. So if you guys are tuning in on LinkedIn, welcome to Mondays. You guys haven't seen Mondays on this side. I usually see Thursdays with me. So now you see me on my other connectional show with my bestie. So tune in every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is going to be here as well. So if you in LinkedIn, again, let us know. If you can't comment, it's all good. We're going to feel you in spirit.
absolutely. So let's go ahead and get right on to it. And as far as how I'm feeling today, I'm in a good mood. I actually am in a good mood. This weekend was just a little irritable, but you know how that goes sometimes. We have our irritated days where just everything is bothering you, and it's like, get out my face, especially being a lady. It was one of those weekends. But it was also a great weekend. In addition to that, I had to suck it up, Friday, because I actually was invited. It was a private invite to two of the former football players of Falcons watch party. It was a private event at the Twin Peaks bar in Buckhead. We had the upstairs area, so it felt nice just to be like, okay, I'm bypassing all of this. I'm going up there to the penthouse, but this point. But it was also one more player there as well, an additional other, it looks like former NFL staff, and then of course my AFN team. All of them came in and showed up. Some of them, not all of them, but half of them did show up. It was a fun event just watching the Falcons and the Cowboys play. Even though we lost, but it was just preseason. But it was Keenan Farney, it was Ov McGilly, and Michael Turner. Speaking of Michael Turner, I have an interview with him tomorrow night.
Okay, I'm gonna
But I let
definitely be in on that one. I gotta see that. Shout, shout yourself out. So
Yeah. So the interview was already scheduled even before the invite, but he just so happened to say, "Hey, here's an invite. Come on out and watch the game with us." I was like, "With you?" Absolutely.
you know what? I'm not surprised because you just have that drawn spark to you, so I can definitely see you getting invited to, their getaways and islands and things like that, and you getting an exclusive interview. So
Yeah,
that's coming in the future. That ain't nothing new. That's all
abs-
Maggie all day. So I'm
abs-
proud of you.
Thank you, thank you. So that's what was going on this weekend. Other than that, I just kind of had a chill, laid back rest of the weekend and in preparation of tonight, which I'm excited for. So we're going to go ahead and get into our topics though, but I would like to go into our candid motivational moment. So we have a quote that we want to put up there that kind of gives you a bit of daily motivation. Of course, I told you in the evening time, this is the time that you unwind, you sip. I'm going to play that intro video again for those that missed
Yes.
it after this, because I feel like some people missed it. And I would
Yeah.
love to
Yeah.
get the feel of what the Candid Room is all about. So I will replay it after this. But the motivational quote is, "The one isn't just the person who excites your heart, it's the soul who steadies your spirit, grows with your flaws, and chooses you in every season. Marriage isn't about finding perfection, it's about finding the partner who makes love feel like home." Now that's,
I just saw a heart pop up after you read that, so it
oh,
hits.
okay. And I see it right there.
Yep.
Yes. So that's that's definitely a great statement. It just, because some people feel like, oh, he's the one because of certain things.
I love them. They
Oh,
make me tingle in certain areas more than most.
yeah,
Like,
no. He pulls the chair doors for me, and oh, he gives me sweet nothings in my ear every day, and all this kind of stuff. Yes, that's all cute on the surface part of things. They're telling you the right things, but do you really, really feel it inside? Do
and
you
will it
know
last?
feel? And will that last? Absolutely. So, Cosmic, give me just how what that means to you right here.
Okay, absolutely. I'm gonna read it again,
Yeah,
double timed it since we got that Gemini flow. So
please.
I'll break it down as I read it. The one, okay, and one out of a lot of people, that says a lot. The one isn't just the person who excites your heart, okay? So that means that they're not just exciting to your heart and excite, because we all know you ain't gonna always be excited. Let's just be true. So the one isn't just the person who excites your heart. It's the soul,
Mhm.
okay? That soul who steadies your spirit. Now, soul and spirit is two different things. So your soul that steadies the spirit that's guiding this growth with your flaws. See that? Flaws.
Mhm.
Flaws, y'all. And chooses you in every season, not
Ever.
just spring, not just summer, but when that autumn, that fall, and that winter hit, and we know what happens in fall and winter, every season I choose you. Marriage isn't about finding perfection, because to me, the imperfection is already perfect. Plus, you ain't gonna find everything that you want. It's about
Mhm.
finding the partner who makes love feel like home. And like we said, surface level, that honeymoon phase,
Oh yeah. Oh, he's attractive. She's attractive. Oh, these dates are amazing. whining and dining and
Right,
all
right.
good,
It's
good, good fuzzy feelings that you feel in the beginning of it. Everything's so cute and new and oh wow. Especially the ones that come so instantly where you just infatuated with them suddenly.
yes. And I always said to myself, the more I'm gone over you, where I'm like, God damn, I need to. I'm not saying it's bad, but I need to see the longevity of it because when you first come in, of course you're gonna tickle my fancy, but I need to see if I throw you a Hail Mary, how many times you gonna catch it, and if you can even make it to that Hail Mary. You know what I'm saying? Because some people can't even make it past the first yard line. So I need to see that.
And then that goddamn, that first feeling, because that goddamn is when you put all the effort in what you put on. You're smelling extra good, you're looking good, you don't went out and pressed your outfit, shined your shoes. It's gonna be my best because you are your representation of yourself in the beginning. A lot of people don't realize. We're gonna get deep into this, y'all, because you know how we do.
Mhm.
What you
Mhm.
miss? You didn't miss anything. We just started with the motivational quote, and we just really got into preaching already. So that's just what you missed.
Absolutely.
But um, but I like that because we're gonna move this quote here. What's up, Sylvia? How you doing? How you doing?
Hey, hey,
So
y'all.
people are the representation of who you think they are when you first initially meet somebody. And it looks good, it sounds good, it smells good, but is it really true? Is the question. Is this
Mhm.
person the one? Do you believe in love and first sight? And I also have a quote from Sis. Oh, we're gonna leave that because that's a question for probably deeper into our conversation. But
Yeah, we'll get back to that one.
before we get into that, I wanted to give you guys a reintroduction of what the Kandid Room was, and I really wanted that clip to play again because it gives you an idea of what it is. So let me go ahead and take this motivational quote out. So I hope y'all got something from that, but just know if you feeling like this person is the one, you gotta really, really, really feel it deep down. You really do. And you'll know that over time when it's like that what's that baby face? He's like, I only think of you on 2 occasions.
Mhm.
Day and night. What happened to that type of music, Cosmic?
Oh, like the industry happened. See, the industry,
People
industry
don't
moves
love
us in
like
a
that no
certain
more.
way. Yeah, that them times where it used to be beautiful, even before Babyface, when they used to literally cry for you. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody cry no more. It's
Right.
like
When they reach out to the screen, girl,
right,
I've been
leaning over to
thinking
the
about you
audience.
all day long. Getting sexy with it and everything. They don't do that no more.
Nah, they don't. Or at least not in the spotlight of TV. They do it behind the scenes, like underground clubs, they'll do it. But what they show us today, they don't do that no more. We got to bring that back.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this little Kandid Room tidbit. Shout out to Cosmic on this one, but this is kind of giving you, if you're new here, this is giving you an idea of what the Kandid Room is.
Welcome to the Kandid Room.
One more again. Run it
One
back.
more,
Run it back.
hold on, one more again.
Welcome to the Kandid Room.
Yes.
It
Yes.
makes you feel all like, it's just couples or friends getting together. It's sophisticated, it's sexy, it's intimate, it's private. It's just,
And it makes us
looking over
look
the
we
living.
look good. Like
We look good.
that's the thing that I like is in today's time I'm not saying they don't show it, but we don't get value enough in movies and TV.
Yes.
We're always downgraded. So to
Mhm.
me, I love the fact that it can show we can all be in that. Not to mention, I could see that happening I'm not even gonna say 5 years from now. I could see that being in production now where you come in, you got the music playing, and you just get a chance to be on stage and everybody's sharing. So that's why I was like, bust it one more again.
You know what? I'm gonna get to this. I'm gonna bust one more again, but it also reminds me because he just said it. Harlem Nights with kiss my ass, sugar. You know, but also you remember Life
Yes. You talking
when
about with Martin Lawrence and,
the
yes,
Boom
and
Boom
Eddie
Room,
Murphy?
the
Yeah,
Boom
yeah.
Boom Room, and
Yes.
he was just making it. He was painting an image in their head of what this place looked like, and it was everybody dressed up, gambling and looking real good, like they got money, and
At
they had.
Harlem Renaissance time, yes.
Yes. So that's what it gives you, that modern day Harlem Renaissance. Like everybody's just looking great. They
Mhm.
don't promote love because they don't want us loving one another.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we gotta show it ourselves. It's
You
important
know.
that we take the wheel.
I said you got to go old school and when trying to date people. And we're going to get into this one, y'all, because that's the reason why we're talking about this topic today, because do people even accept the old school type of love? It's the question. You got to take your time. What's the rush? Absolutely. Take your
Yeah.
time. That's some good stuff right there. And like I said, we're going to break this down in a minute, but you want it one more again?
Might as well hit it one more again.
One more again. One more
One
again.
more
All right, all
again.
right, all right. For the late bloomers. For the late bloomers. All right now. Now we're going to get into the mindset of this one.
Welcome to the Candid Room.
Okay,
Oh,
okay, okay. And I
yeah,
want
yeah.
when you watch something 2 or 3 times, you notice little certain things. Now, if you really look into that, and if you look into the background of the picture, you probably can't see it right. Well, maybe we could. Well, I ain't gonna play it around right now. But this is the city of Atlanta skyline in the background.
Oh, you wanna show the background?
Yeah, yeah. So it's the Purple Rain. Because I love Prince, of course, and it's just gives you that relaxing feeling. So there's meaning behind everything that we put together on this Candid Room. So it just gives you that impression that um it's going to get deep.
Mhm.
Feel free to express yourself, and we're not judging anybody. And it's a safe place. So bring it. We are ready. Yes, yes, we anticipated the conversation. So let's go ahead and get into the conversation here. So, and thank you guys for tuning in. If you're here, let me know. But I want to talk about a little something, and I got a nice little image to put up here. We're going to be talking about how do I know if they're really the one. Well, not that one. It's the picture.
Oh. Oh, it's another one.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you talking about with the people?
Yes.
Okay. This
Hmm.
right here?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is the kind of topic we're talking about today. How to know if they're really the one. Modern Love Edition. So kind of just got different types of couples, no matter the sexuality, the race, what have you, just couples expressing their loves for one another. In these images, you see people just smiling, hugging, caressing. You see some people with age, so they've been together a long term. But how to know if this person is really the one for you is the question. So we're going to really, really, really deep dive into this subject because I really want, even if you have some significant ones right now and you over there doubting it, like, oh, I'm about to leave this bitch, whatever the case may be. What were the signs when you were first head over heels about this person? Oh, yes, this is it. Did you do your research? Did you Take your time. What's the rush? Like Sylvia said, did we really take our time with this one? Or did we rush into it because it was just feeling good? The sex is good. Oh, wow. Everything is great. I'm in lust over you. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's love. So it must be right. That's the question. So taking a look at that and everything, the ones in the bottom right there on the right, they really cheesing like, come on, y'all know y'all ain't in that. Ain't nobody that happy. Where I'm just like, but people might be. They might be frolicking in the forest, and
I think it's we ain't gonna smoke. It's hidden. I say there is a lot of. I don't see them a lot, but I know you got them few that when they get that nice good love, like that good happiness. You know what I'm saying?
So, have I experienced that? I thought I was head over heels about somebody in love and just like, oh, especially when I was in high school. That's how I met my high school sweetheart, now father of my kids. No longer together, by the way. But it was one of those high school crushes. Here's a letter, because that was before cell phones was really the thing. We had to call
Mhm.
each other after 7 p.m. Because singular wire was like, nah, your minutes are not
Singular
free.
wireless. I ain't heard that in a minute with the little person, the yellow, and there was the little figure.
No
Yeah.
Nokia phones, the flip or whatever the case, or the one with the keypad on it. And so,
Sidekick.
and then mom found out that we was communicating with each other because he was of a different religion at that time, Jehovah's Witness, by the way.
Mm.
And preventing us from communicating with each other anyway. So it's one of those, here's a letter I wrote about you. You guys remember, I'm gonna take it back for y'all. Let me know if y'all can feel me here. It used to be where internet lyric printing
Oh,
and album covers was a thing. So you had like a folder full of song lyrics or album when we had the CDs, and you have your CD book and everything else. So it's like, dear love, thinking of you, song, genuine, something, something. I hope you had a good day. Here's a piece of cake, something. You sent them a letter of love and expressions, and here's a mixed CD of what I think of you. Prepaid phones. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember those. Minutes free on nights and weekends.
uh-huh.
So
Call me after 9, player.
so it's like then, or don't let us leave for the summer, because it used to be where we left for the summer. And you get that extended letter. So while you're going, I want you to take this CD with you and think about me whenever I'm like, that was puppy love. That was delusional love, in my opinion, because turns out it was a hell of a ride. And heck at 18, 19, calling ourselves trying to graduate from high school and be in
Mhm.
love. That's when the
Thinking you
cheating
know it
came in.
all.
All the that went down. I was like, you know what? I'm done pretty much with men or what have you. But I'm just playing. No, I'm just joking. That wasn't the case. You know how they make those jokes about it, like, oh, because you was done. Nah. But we just wasn't compatible. And then of course I was just like, yeah. But letter post passing in class. Oh, absolutely. Check yes or no if you like me.
Oh, I remember them. You was putting
Mm,
them in the locker, sliding them in there, like hoping to see what was going.
Is that it's it's so cute. Love is it's disgusting. Exactly. Just kissy faces.
I ain't gonna say no names, but you remember a certain twins that used to make out by the band room. I don't say no names. Close one somebody close to me. They were a twin. One of my besties, him and his brother, or not him and his brother, but his brother and his girlfriend. Every day by the band room, you thought it was a music video. I was like, what is they doing? Like just it, it was all in the hallway, like, but I wasn't mad at it though. But I was
Yeah.
just like, y'all so extra in front of everybody.
Yeah, and you had those couples in high school where it was like they were the it couple and everything, playing with Grease, summer loving, dripping hot. That goes hot. I'm singing along. Summer loving, you gonna make me put on some Grease. Uh huh. Anyway, but you had those couples that were in high school where it's like, oh, those are gonna be they married for life couple, and
Right.
they gonna get up out of here and have babies, and we're gonna see them 20 years from now, and they don't have grew into this beautiful, loving family.
Then
I
college
don't know.
hit.
I don't know now. I mean, I don't know if it happens, but I don't know a lot of my close friends that was so in love, including my damn self, who are still with those people at this day and time.
Times changed. It's not, see, back in the day you could do that because there wasn't no social media. It wasn't that temptation as much.
Yes.
Like now you can, before you had the phones, like it was just you and your mate. You had to leave to go do something. Not saying that people cheated more or less, but now you could just whip out your phone. Hey, come meet me around the corner, or you get tempted by Instagram. You can send Snapchat, it disappears within 5 seconds. So it's too much infidelity nowadays to where all this systems makes it's almost like it's trust is a big factor now because social media and these phones make it kind of difficult because people so quick to step out instead of saying I'm in it for the long haul. So these devices, even though they give us communication, they make it a little bit too easy for you to just say, fuck you. I'm gonna just sneak a text real quick and hope I don't get caught.
Hmm. And Karina Atkins, I know you probably put that up earlier, but being raised by a single parent, I view live a little differently. And my father is old school, so I like the getting you to know you each other, taking your time part. And I do too. I do
Yeah.
too. And especially now, now that I am divorced, and because all I know is long-term relationships. Of course, the father of my children. That was a long-term relationship. And then my ex-spouse, must we not talk about. That was a long time relationship. And I mean, in between I had a couple of dates here and there. But me, when I get with somebody and I really am like, you know what? Like, especially in my 40s now, I'm done with the games and everything else. I would love to eventually settle down with someone. My kids are older. I'm about to have a soon to be almost only one in high school that is she got 4 years, but after that, it's a done deal. Everybody gonna be doing their own little thing, except for my son. He'll probably either be with dad or me. But he's gonna have help and everything else. I'll be able to travel, really take some time away from the job, and really enjoy my spot, my mate and everything else. And I want me and her to go and just be able to. I would love a private island where there's nobody there, just us, where we put everything down.
Hmm.
We, you know, I make sure everybody's straight at home and how y'all good, we good. Mama's gonna leave type of situation where all the technology is out the door and you have nothing but your time and yourself and your space and the scenery and everything else. And the rule is when I'm dating, put that fucking phone down. How about
Oh
that?
yes,
Put it,
yes.
this phone right here, or even put it in your purse.
Spend some quality time with just us.
Yes, communicate, eye contact. So, Aaron, I'm looking at you. How was your day? I hope you had a good day. Not, you know what? How's your day? Yeah,
Right. Oh, it
that's
was it was fine. It's yeah,
you can't get to know somebody like
I'm
that.
listening. No, you listening, but you're not hearing me. You're not paying attention.
Absolutely. So, a divorce would definitely make you pace yourself in the future, and it does. And that's one thing. 'Cause, like, I was just kind of in my mood yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably my hormones and all that good stuff because of Mother Nature, unfortunately. So I was kind of in my mood yesterday, and I'm seeing all the couples and stuff all on social media, and it's like, damn man, I'm still over here. Don't have nobody I can cuddle with and everything else. Then it's short lived though, because it's like, but you know what? I'm okay by myself though. I mean, I ain't got no stress. I ain't got to worry about nothing. All that good stuff and fun stuff. But it's like, well, Maggie, but you're not even reaching out and talking to anybody. You're not even giving it the opportunity. So how do you think it's going to come to you if you're not putting yourself out there? At the same time, In addition to that, I'm still working on my healing. So it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time for me to get there and say, okay, I'm ready now. Let me find the one. So let's go ahead and get to this conversation. I always know the small details about who you with, looking at the top of their head. That is what I'm doing now. I'm officially in my 50s, Miss Maggie. Yes, Tony Ho. So I think you want to finally stop playing around with people. You can have your casual flings and everything else. I've been there, done that. Ate the chip, or however you say it. But I'm over that now. I'm over that now. So we're gonna get it. I'm seeing the comments in here really good tonight. So let's not go ahead and fear your head. Let's get into the next topic though. So we're gonna go to the steps of finding out if this person is the one. So we're gonna start it off with self-readiness. So this one is a very, very, very important one. And I'm gonna need for you to listen because, like I just said, I'm over here in my feelings the other day because I was hormonal and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, I ain't got nobody to go out on a date with. I wish I can have the matching pajama sets at Christmas. But shut up, Maggie. Sit on down and get yourself together. Suck it up. And you good, girl. Get that business together and keep striving and keep going and build your money up. Okay. And I signed up for therapy. I'm still waiting on that to start, but I've also taken up therapy. I want to get some therapy sessions in just to kind of check in and just make sure I'm good, because self-readiness, and it says self-readiness first. That means you, us, okay? Not anybody else. This is the part where you go through the divorce, that relationship breakup, and you're questioning what the hell happened. How can I move on from this? How can I get better? But this is where you find yourself starting to like somebody, and you're opening yourself up to other people and opportunities of meeting somebody. But have you done your groundwork on self? So let's start it right here. Self-awareness. Do I know my triggers? What bothers me? What gets me emotional? What gets me going? What gets me motivated? What really ticks me off to the point where I need to go cool down? Do I know what bothers and triggers me? Have I healed past my wounds? Or did you just kind of drink on it, patch it up, put it to the side and not think about it and thinking that you're moving past it? But once something reminds you of that past drama and past heartache and things like that, it's back tenfold. Can I communicate clearly? That's self-awareness. And we're gonna go to the next one, but self-awareness right there, Cosmic. That's most important. What do you get from that?
I definitely agree with that because speaking for myself, when I've gone into relationships, I thought I knew who I was, but I never asked these questions. And when you don't know yourself, that can be the biggest downfalls because most people get into relationships hoping that their partner completes them, and that's never going to work itself out. So when it says self awareness, most people don't think about this. Like you said, when we get out of high school, it's almost like we're following a trend. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not in the 1950s no more. We're still doing traditional stuff, what our parents did. They were able to do that back in the day because they weren't distracted. Now you got, once again, social media, the financial stability has changed, people has changed, marketing strategies have changed. I mean, it's crazy out here. So when you don't know who you are, your relationship is not going to go well. Do I know my triggers? When you don't know your trigger and somebody pokes your trigger, somebody may poke you and you never knew that that was your trigger, and that messes up the whole relationship. So knowing, hey, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. If somebody says something to me, will this blow you up? And do you know how to settle it? Have I healed past wounds? That one right there. And again, I can tell you, I had a habit, and yes, I will say I had a habit of saving women from their past lovers, and I took on a lot of their burdens. So a
Mm-hmm.
lot of women I dated back in the day, because I helped them heal, they also ran to me and I took them on. So I've dealt with a lot of women who did not heal from past wounds, and that baggage was not fucking fun. I healed a lot of times, but they didn't heal, and I had to work it through them, and it was terrible. And can I communicate clearly? You and I are Geminis. You already know, if you ain't talking in a relationship, the door is to the left. We got to communicate. We got to know how to communicate
Mm-hmm.
and properly communicate, and not yelling and screaming. I'm not going to talk over you. You're not going to talk over me. If you don't know how to talk, again, I need to see how you are before we put that thing into full gear. So self-awareness, 100% important. Know yourself before you go into anything with anybody.
Sylvia said, I'm in a laid back space with just enjoying one another and letting things flow, no pressure. That's back
Hmm.
from what we talked about, just what type of love we're looking for. People want the person to heal them of their trauma, and it's your job to heal yourself. Now,
It's
I'm
your
glad you
job.
said that, Leo, because um I'm actually recently experiencing this one, and I'm just gonna tell my story. Um Back before my divorce was finalized, I was kind of we was already separated, mind you, at this point. I started a new job. I'm not going to say where, but I started a new job at the time because I was trying to make ends meet. That's when I left the previous job that I was doing around COVID time or what have you, because they wasn't paying me right. I was trying to step on a limb of let's get into business. When I was doing that event planning and things like that at that restaurant that I was cool with, thinking this is it for me. I can quit my job. I'm going to take a leap out on faith, and I was trusting in that, but that didn't pan out. And then they were playing with my unemployment. I mean, partial unemployment too, because they was cutting my hours before I quit, and they was playing with our partial unemployment. Years before, we were able to get that partial unemployment. That's what I relied on. It's like, well, I'm still getting income even though I'm not working much. At least I still have this in my pocket. When they started playing with my income, I was like, yeah, I'm out the door. I'm taking a leap. I'm out of here. So um after that, I decided I need to go back to work. So I kind of found some job that just really wasn't working out. I went into a job that I had to go because COVID became rampant. So we went to work from home. After a while, I was like, forget this job. I don't want to do it no more. Left it. Restaurant didn't work out. So I ended up taking another job outside, risking myself out there in COVID and everything. But I wanted to, this was kind of when it was dying down, though. Everything was kind of getting back to normal, but we were still wearing masks and stepping outside. So I took a
Hmm.
job there. And what happened was my divorce wasn't ended yet, but we had already been separated, and we was in the stages of let's try it one more time to work it out. I started communicating with somebody at the job. My problems, my feelings. Oh, I'm going through this. Woe is me. Pouring all my heart out to this person about what's going on in my relationship. First thing you don't do. I felt because that person also was going through some things. They had lost their mother. And when I look back at it, I felt that she was leaning into me to be that replacement of her mother, if you will, because I'm guessing they had like a nice strong bond. So it's like it was, you have those people in your life you can go to whenever you're going through some things like that. So she became extremely clingy on me. And this is where my other relationship was kind of dwindling down. And then it was like, you know what? Forget it. Over with, filing my paperwork. I'm done. Now, it wasn't because of anybody else. It was just because our relationship was just done. And me personally, I'm a traditional person. It's like I don't like to get involved with anybody unless I'm fully done with the situation, my relationship and everything. And that person knew too. They knew that I was on the brink of breaking up. I'm not ready there yet, what have you. But when you get to know people and you get cool with people, And then, of course, the divorce did finalize. Cool. Clean slate. Guilty conscience is over and all that kind of stuff. Now we can communicate. I don't feel any type of way about it. But at the same time, I'm also reserved into myself. Um, I knew I wasn't mentally ready, emotionally ready. I haven't healed. I hadn't had the time to properly grieve, but I felt this person because they lost their mother, and we just kind of connected, hanging out, drinking, having a good time. It felt good, but for me, it just felt like, okay, I have a little distraction while I'm getting over my divorce, you know. But I wasn't looking at anything long term or serious about this situation, and I also expressed that to that person. I'm not really looking for longevity in this right now. Give me time. Take my time. Let's not rush it. But intimacy happened. Just the bottom line. The end game of the things, it happened. And that's when feelings and emotions get involved that I wasn't truly having yet, but she was. So she, I guess, fell in love. And I just had to tell her, I'm not there yet. I actually felt numb. It's like, I don't know if I'm going to ever feel anything about anybody right now. Please give me time. And the biggest mistake I did make was getting intimate with that person. I can say that, you know. Some people can do the casual thing and it's all good, but you don't know what people are going to feel in the end of it. So we're still cool to this day, but I don't think that the relationship was going to work, because the bottom line of this conversation is, me and her were both in a place of unhealedness, because it was more than just her mother passing away. She also had some things that she was dealing with mentally and things like that. And like Leo said, you can't expect someone to save you. You got to save yourself. You got to help yourself. And two unhealed people, it's a disaster waiting to happen. It is. So that's what happened to me. So we just have to be very careful who we give our heart to and the things that we decide to do with people, because you can affect people. Trauma bonding can blind you. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's that. Just, are you healed? Let's get that chart back up there. So we can get into, and you have any other stories about self-awareness and everything else? Just, my story was just basically, we're both unhealed people that was trying to be, I'm on a one page, she's on another. And we wasn't getting to each other. It's like, I clearly know that you're not into me or you don't want this, but I love you though. And I hope that you can change your mind. That's where we were at.
Mm-hmm.
So have you ever felt that or experienced that before with somebody?
Oh yeah, all the time. Like I said, majority of my relationships, I always took 5 years after every relationship. I didn't time it at 5 years, but I just found that it became a pattern. But I used to get with women and I jumped in head first and it led to sex. And that used to always mess me up.
Yeah.
And because I didn't really have anybody to pull me aside and say, Aaron, this is how love is. I learned from my friends. I've learned from, sex magazines. I've learned from music videos, not good instances. Nobody really to have as a role model. So I can say one of my biggest downfalls was, and I didn't know about this because I didn't get the love properly from my mother, I was seeking it in other women. And my homie, who remains nameless, he said the same thing where he was dealing with that. He didn't understand it until he grew. He was like, Aaron, all them times that I was messing with a bunch of different women, we were all taught, you a man, go ahead and get you some every now and then and yada, yada, yada. But it's unhealedness because you playing with people's emotions when you connect with people on a sexual level. And I've done some studies on this. Your soul gets intertwined like the movie Avatar. When you connect with somebody, it's not just you oohing and on. You become attached to them in ways. Their anger becomes your anger, your faults become their fault. And a lot of people really don't know this. That's why I really take my time to see who am I going to connect with now. But yeah, I've done so many trauma bondings, but it was always I attracted unhealed women on so many different levels, and I took on baggage. Please love me, please heal me, please hold me, and it was just a terrible thing. So now that I know who I am, I don't do that no more. If I do help you out, it'll just be in a word, but I really will be like, "Nah, how long you been with this person? How long have y'all been divorced or separated, or how long have you dealt?" I look at your longevity
Mhm.
because even though we kicking it right now, again, I need to see what direction we going in because I look at myself like bond stocks and bonds. That's how I look at myself now. I'm that high commodity and I'm not about to let nobody invest in me unless they can meet me on that same standards. So everything that you said with same exact thing that dealt with it. It was just not knowing who you were growing up, but now that you're self-aware, you take your time and you do it. I don't want to say there's a right way, but there is a smart way.
Smart.
And that's taking your time, which we'll get further into with this.
Absolutely. And just a quick to what you were saying about looking for things in somebody because you wasn't getting that type of love at home. It was the same thing for me, where, of course, I learned at 18, 19 that my biological father really wasn't in my life. That, of course, my stepfather stepped in, and I didn't know that until later on in life. That was my dad. That's all I knew. But it was like, well, truth of the matter is, you actually have a biological father that didn't want to be in your life. So that abandonment, um, as well as when I was in high school, freshman year, I was um, abused, if you will. What's the word? SA, pretty much,
Mm,
um, by an older person that was in their 40s. So that's when I became a little wild in my earlier years. It's before I went to Westlake. And I was kind of fast a little bit. I was just out there doing my thing. And it's because I felt that my innocence was taken away from me.
which it
And
was.
um, so when I started dealing with people and having sex with people and things like that, I was feeling a void of I need this wholeness. I feel empty. I feel uh, deprived. I feel love on me. I need that because I'm not getting it from my stepfather. I'm not getting it really from my mother because he was also alcoholic and all this. So it was just a lot in my life that I just had a lot of childhood drama and trauma where I was trying to find that love in somebody else and not healing inside. So, but let's get into our financial stability. Can I support myself fully? Am I debt conscious? Can I build a future? So we get out here now. Now, back in the day, it used to be the breadwinner. He courts the woman. He goes to the father. Hey, I want to ask your daughter out on the date, or can we get married? Or you're courting her. You're going out. And it wasn't like big extravagant dates. It was just, we're going to sit outside on the bench and have a conversation, eat at a picnic table, or little things. I'm going to buy you a nice dress. I want you to put on that dress, and we're going to go dancing in the courtyard because they're doing a hop, skip, or whatever, uh, a whole ride or something like that. They, dancing and everybody's having a
Mhm,
good time.
mhm.
That was courting. That's when it was live music playing and, candlelit this and things like that. That was when people actually dated, when it had some type of thought involved in it. Now, it's how much you can spend on me because I'm only taking this date as something to do and eat. I'm actually not taking you seriously, but since you asked me out, we need to go to the most expensive restaurant. You got to get my hair and my nails done. You got to pick me up, drop me off, and pay for it on the couple of first dates. Now, with that being said, What if that person is like, you know what? Nah, we're just getting to know each other. So how about we split the bill on this date? Now you want to get, this is talking about marriage though. Let's get into the long termness of it. But marriage, long term relationship, whatever the case may be, whatever you choose, can you support yourself first? Like my
Mm.
auntie always, before she passed, may she rest in peace. She always taught me because she was around her siblings, including my mother, that depended on someone to take care of them. Yes, she worked, but she made sure that that person was definitely the breadwinner, and she didn't really take it the time and to learn how to open up a check account and do the thing that she need necessarily. So in case this doesn't work out, she's not sitting there in the bind like, oh Lord, I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. Have your own money when it comes to just being financially stable enough. Can you damn take care of your own self before you have these high demands of a partner to do these things for you? Can you take care of yourself? You don't need to be out there in nobody's date over there broke. That's how I look at it. Because let's say they bail out on your ass and now you stuck having to try to find a way to get home and pay for your own meal, you looking stupid. You don't even have a way to get home. So what you think about that?
I absolutely agree with that. And again, I can speak from being the breadwinner in my relationships. Interesting thing about relationships, there's always going to be a yin and a yang. If I'm the breadwinner and you not bringing in nothing and shit goes downhill, which sometime a lot of people will know, your relationship, especially your marriage, will be tested. In the world today, now if I'm making 1 million plus and I tell you you don't need to work, cool. But still, it should be, even if you're not working, I could lose that million, because again, most people kind of sit on, oh, we good. You need to have something, like you said, to financially take care of yourself, because taking care of yourself, again, first with self-worth, just like with this chart, self awareness,
Mm-hmm.
healing myself, taking care of self. When you take care of yourself and then you get with somebody else who takes care of self, it works itself out, because once again, in this financial lifestyle, if you loving and joking and doing all this, and the money all of a sudden, because ain't shit promised to anybody, your money could literally just get jacked. And if that other person is not able to carry the weight, you know what, babe, you lost this, I'll take care of us. Or even like you said, I like that you said this, Maggie. Most women, and I'm not saying all women, but I've seen a number of women forcefully put on the man, like you said, get my hair and nails done, take me out, pick me up, do this. We ain't, how I know you're not gonna play me for the first couple of dates. I done spent financially this on you, and you bail out on me, or I found out you not the right one. That's got to be earned, because I always look at it in reverse. Because there are breadwinner women. What if?
Mm-hmm.
What if? And most people will say, "Well, no, that's not." But I'm like, what if it was reverse? Hey, you come pick me up. You get me some Nikes. You get me some clothing. You buy bread on me. And then after that, I'm gonna leave you and go with your homegirl. It's like you got to look at it as it's nothing wrong with being able to take care of yourself. Are you gonna make the team, coach? You don't get on no Atlanta Falcons like just off of, oh, you know what I'm saying? What you gotta do? You gotta get drafted. You gotta see if you gonna make it. You gotta go through steps before you put on that jersey and you run
Absolutely.
out there to do that. So it's so important to be able to, step one, again, take care of yourself. Because once again, when I particularly like it whenever a woman, because it gives me something to fight for. Hey, let me take care of you. No, Cosmic, I love you for, but I got myself right now. When you make it on that team, then I would love for you to take care of me. But if you cannot, I got my
Own
own.
self.
You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing.
So that's why I'm a businesswoman. I'm just a hustler and a bustler of many modes of income coming my way. Because my auntie, she taught me, and that's Auntie Rochelle, that's who I'm talking about. She taught me. She said, be independent. You don't want to rely on anybody. You should be able to cover yourself, your kids, and everything else. So that's why it's hard for me to even ask of anybody, can you help me? I'll go figure it out before I go ask anybody for a handout. Now, of course, we have our donations and things like that, but that's more for a cause. But personally, no. I'll get to my last dollar and make it shake some type of way. But that's just who I am. And my sister asked a question right here. She says, there are a million opinions on this, but how do you feel about handling finance as a couple 50-50, 50-50, 80-20? I pay what I can.
You know,
I think we're gonna get more into that one as well. I
mhm.
think it's one of our quotes. So we're gonna get into that in a moment. But just to brief it, it really just depends on who that couple is.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
Whatever works for that particular. I don't feel like there's a blueprint to everybody got to be 50-50, everybody to be 80-20, 100% to zero. Whatever works for you and your partner is what works for me. Me
Yeah.
personally, I'm more of an equal body type of person. It's like I'm gonna break you off, you break me off. We're putting this together and we're building towards something even greater than what we have right now. So I like somebody that's more business oriented. Um, Not just the 9 to 5 if you choose to do so, but it's like, what else would you like to do? Or if you're not really on your own, doing your own thing, how can you be an asset to what I'm doing in in addition to what I'm doing for my 9 to 5 to make the money? Are you supportive? Do you really watch what I do? Will you be by my side and give me advice and help me out and say, hey, this is a good idea, this is a bad idea? Actually tune in, actually show up to these events, actually show that you really do care by sharing it, telling your people about it. If that's just, it's not your thing to do anything on your own, but you're being supportive of your partner and you're making them feel like complete. Like I can always lean back on my partner and say, what do you think about this idea? Oh, that's a great idea. I think you should go ahead and do it. Or I think you should do it this way because I've seen how, because they're really paying attention to everything. So I like that. I want to build a future with somebody instead of being stagnant and it's like, okay, we bringing these two things in together. We're comfortable now. No, I'm trying to go beyond that because we're not, time is of the essence right now. We're we don't have forever on this earth in this body and soul. So make the most of what you can and build so your future, your kids, and everything else on the down the line. I don't like nobody that just sit there and just, oh, I'm good where I'm at. That was my marriage. So to answer your question, we'll get more into. I think we get into the financial part of things, but
Yeah.
right here at the bottom it says marriage isn't a cure for loneliness. If you don't understand your own wounds, marriage amplifies them. Self-awareness, financial stability, and now we're going to also get into the spiritual grounding. These must be checked first. Let's get into that spiritual grounding. Do I have peace within? Do I know my values? Is my intuition trusted? What does that say to you, Cosmic? Just self awareness. Are you financially stable in your own self? And now, are you spiritually grounded? That's a big
Well,
one.
I'm glad you asked because you know this my area of expertise. Just so everybody know as well too, spirituality does not mean religion. It does not mean going to church. Spirit means your inner knowing, your soul, that part of you, because people forget you have a relationship with yourself. And if you are not grounded, having spirituality is literally like, can you listen to your own thoughts? Because a lot of people don't even know that voice in their head. It's the other version of you. Two people came together to make one. You hear, where did the other person go? There's the outer and then there's the inner. And that intuition is very important. So finding out, do you have peace within? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Mm, it's good.
Maggie, do you know where the word disease, most people just say it. Let's break it down. Dis ease, meaning you're not at ease. So most people, if they get in a relationship, you will age faster if you are messing with my peace. Diseases will pop up when you cannot find peace. So if you're peaceful but your partner is not,
Mm,
they will bring your health
yes.
down.
Yes.
So you're not always going to have peace at the same time, but if I got peace, I want to make sure my partner, maybe they might not be the best with peace, but if you with me, I'm going to teach you how to find peace. I'm not just going to be, I know how to namaste, but my partner, yeah, I'm a help you with that. Just know if you with me, oh, Cosmic is he helped me because we got to do that sometime. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
partnerships is about that. So do you have peace within? Very important because your partner will raise your blood pressure. You living together. There's gonna be stuff that happens, even when, like you said, Maggie, Mother Nature is kind of
Yeah.
twiddling you right now. It's not your
Oh
fault,
yeah.
but
I
if
was irritated as hell this weekend.
yeah. So
Yeah.
imagine if me and you was together, or you and your partner, if they don't know how to find stability, peace, and they don't know how to, okay, Maggie, they gotta let me see how Maggie is. Do I know how to leave her alone? Do I know how to help her with that peace? When you know peace, you can help the other person with peace. Do I know my values? Again, what about myself? What do I value? Because when you don't know your value, it's gonna go downhill. And I ain't talking about McDonald's 199 value menus. I ain't talking about that. And is my intuition trusted? Once again, do you know how to listen to yourself?
Mm.
Because again, that red flag, and we talked about that. I ain't got my red flag man up today, but
And we talking about red flags. It's actually one of the
right,
quotes today. So let's
right.
get to that again.
So it's like learning to listen. First of all, when you find peace, your intuition is loud. When you don't have peace, your intuition is distracted by noise. So is my intuition trusted? But also people need to understand what is my intuition. So learning to listen to yourself when things don't seem wrong. And can't nobody ever say that they don't know what intuition is. Because
Mhm.
everybody knows that little voice that's been screaming, but you ignore it because yo, what is it? What R. Kelly said? My mind's telling me no, my body is
My mind.
telling me your body will get you in trouble because
Oh yeah.
once you skeet it, all of a sudden things change, and now all of a sudden you wishing you would have listened to your mind. So to all those things are super important. What about you, Maggie? What you get from that?
So um I like the I had a point. Now I lost it. It's my okay, do I
It'll come
know
back.
my values? Do I have peace within? Peace.
Peace
Be
be still.
still. You know? So oh, about the mother nature part of things. So I was dating somebody at some point. She knew when that time was coming or was then. It was like because of course I would just get I'm all kind of catty and just angry and yelling and mad. I'm in my feelings and all that kind of stuff. I had to work on it because you imagine PTSD that going on. You're irritated. Get out my face. All the above. You was getting it, and she'll just say, "You must be on your period." Like, yeah, I guess so. You know, so it's those moments when your partner kind of knows, like, oh, they know everything in about you, but that inner peace though within yourself though.
And having a game plan too. Like Maggie, to interrupt you real quick. If you help me with the game plan, okay, Cosmic, when I'm on my
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowl cycle, I
Mm-hmm.
need you to go long, pass the play, do when you can help me. Because I think again, when you just get into, oh, you on your peer, you acting the stuff, it's almost like you're going against it. I should be like, how can I help? Do you need me to leave? Do I need to disappear for a day? Do I need to get you some ice to crunch on? So I just wanted to interject that
Yeah.
having that game plan to help you,
Yeah.
so
So
when
you
it
know
does
what to
come,
do and what to
yeah,
expect. But
yeah.
but that inner peace that you have within yourself, especially when you're out here by yourself and you do decide to date people. I'm at that peace in my life right now that I don't like to be interrupted.
Hmm.
I don't like my peace disturbed. So I go into things a little bit more, Geminis, we're very observant and we kind of chill back and okay, let me just
We
do this thing.
watch
And people
you.
probably like, you just be over here chilling. I'm like, I'm watching.
We
I'm paying
watch.
attention to things. Yeah,
We
no,
watch you.
we watching you. Okay. We when we have something to say, it will be profound. Trust and believe. But I'm watching your every move, how you interact over here, how you're doing, what you're saying, if you're listening to me, if you remember the things that I say, all the little details that I talk about, and you'll know these little things because somebody that's really, 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 really into you, they're gonna pay attention to everything about you. How you walk, how you talk, your favorite things that you like. But when you're not in inner peace within yourself, they're going to tell you what you like. They're going to give you all these blinders and say, oh, you know what? This kind of feels good. I don't know if I'm into this, but I'm going to get over here and be into it. And then it's the wrong type of thing that you're getting yourself into. When you're at peace, the bullshit is right there in your face. It's like, oh, bullshit. No, thank you.
It's like a bulletproof vest. When you
Yeah,
at
it's
peace,
like, oh,
it
I see
doesn't.
bullshit from a mile away. No, thank
Mm-hmm.
you. I'm good over here. Appreciate you though. Don't waste my time. So being with peace within yourself, it feels good. So this is how I'm out here dating now. It's just like, and I've been protecting my heart and my, everything about that. And I'm in a good place right now. So I've hit and missed here and there, but at the end of the day, it hasn't brought me completely down where I'm trying to recover from that at this point. It's like, learn a lesson, keep it moving. Thank you for your time. Appreciate you. I'm good. Thank you. So yep. No time for the BS. Absolutely.
Uh-oh.
Absolutely. So you're a silent hunter. Me too. And I'm at a point where it's gonna take me a long, long time to really be like, you know what, you are it, and I want this. It's gonna take a long time. So let's get into our next topic. Though we really stuck on this one a little longer, but hey, y'all in here communicating, so you know how this goes. We gonna talk. We're gonna get into it, but we're gonna get into now we got the self-readiness part about ourselves. We're healing, we're going to therapy, we're doing the inner work, we're becoming independent, financially stable, healed, or whatever the case may be for yourself. Now you're taking accountability and things about it. Now, how to know they are the one. So now you're healed. You get into this area where, okay, now I'm ready to date. So you go on these dates and you're starting to meet people. You start to introduce yourself. Now you're going into it a little bit more healed because like I said, when I was before, after my divorce, I started playing around in the field a little bit, calling myself being casual, getting intimate with people that weren't healed. And it was the biggest mistake for me. Now I know not to lead with intimacy or what have you. Take my time to get to know somebody. When I get there, then, but now you're going on a few dates. You guys feeling a little bit more like, you know what? I think I want to spend a little bit more time with you. I actually enjoy this moment. I'm healed. Hopefully you're healed. But the question is, how to know they are the one? Not perfection alignment. Do they complement your soul or just complete a temporary need? So, first one, chemistry. Is the spark natural? Do you feel that instant feeling when you're seeing this person where it's like, it's been a while since I've had that feeling where the room lights up when it's like, I just want to be in that person's presence. I just love being around you. You don't even have to say anything, where you can sit there and look at each other, not say a thing, have the music playing, and all the words are there. Or I like great communication where before you know it, 3 hours don't went by because we just talking and talking about anything under the sun. And I love intellectual conversation. So we can hold, like if we could just fucking hold a conversation in the first place, you
Truth.
already in there. But
Truth.
because communication and conversation holding is a lost cause now. Isn't that right? Do you feel that way?
God, doggone right. Like that, like I said, these phones instantly, if you keep checking your phone, if you reaching for your phone, I don't want to connect with you because like we said, I know my signs. I know my natal chart. I got a lot of Gemini. Geminis love intellectual conversation, not
Conversation.
just conversation, but I'm a smart ass dude.
Mm-hmm.
Smart's brilliant. I need you to get me to be like, huh, I never thought about that. Not saying you got to be
Stimulate my
smarter than me.
mind. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but get me to say, I never thought about that. Or just ask me questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you are not on that level, when I find out, because remember, conversations is like a ping pong. I'm not saying you got to know it got to be brilliant conversation. But if I'm saying something and you hit me with the, huh, can you tell me more about that? I love it because it's an engagement in there. So conversation is super important because talking, can we have that silence? Can we keep the chemistry going? Do I got to figure out? You have it, Maggie. I know you had these conversations where it's almost like you got to think about what to talk about, and you just be like, "So, like
How's
you
the
got to
weather?
keep fishing," and I'm
Um,
just like, when it's like that,
yeah.
I'm sorry, we just can't hang like that because my love language is conversation. So again, if we not matching, it's okay, but I need to talk her because I love to be able to commune with great time.
And I'm also yeah, so it's like I want my mind stimulated. Also, I'm a silly person.
Oh
So
yes,
I laugh at a lot of shit. So I like somebody to feedback and we sitting there laughing together because we being silly and whatever. So it's like not only intellectual conversation, but we over there cracking up at whatever is going on because the conversation is going. So people don't know how to kick back and just talk. Have a regular conversation where it doesn't have to lead to, okay, so what you gonna do for me? Or when we gonna go out? How much money you gonna spend on me? All this. Just say, hey, oh, what you doing? Oh no, you got a little time to have a conversation. Okay, cool. How was your day today? Great. I had a great, today was my day and whatever happened the case may be. What do you think about spaceships? Just getting into, you notice that they like a certain thing. I noticed you had on a stripy shirt. Do you like striped shirts? Man, yeah. And then I like nerds too. So it's, you gotta like all kinds of things, weird things like me. So
have an
all that.
open mind.
Yeah. So with that being said, I just like to go and talk and talk and talk and talk till I can't talk no more. But it's been a while since I've had that kind of type of communication because I've grown to the point where I've have isolated myself. And I feel like when I do open up to myself to people like that prematurely, um, it's taken differently because it's like, are they really feeling me? Are they not? And then we can start hanging out and things like that. Then I'm misled. So it's like I'm a little bit more guarded and protected at this point. So I do find myself now avoiding conversations as much as I can and keeping busy because I don't feel like I'm ready to date. But eventually I would like to get back into that place where I would like to date. So values. Do our priorities align? That's a big one. You can have the chemistry. You could be having the greatest world of sex and everything. It's the, oh my gosh, he's just she swept me off my feet and we're having amazing sex. We go on great dates. We have wonderful conversations. But people do not ask questions when getting to know people in the beginning. That's most important to them: their values, their morals, their characteristics, all the above. You know, they encourage your growth, not control. You can be your full, authentic self around them without shrinking. Now, those values there, It's basically, do we see eye to eye on certain things? If my value is I want you to respect me in my relationship, um, you represent us when you're out there. We are one, whatever your values are, because it's going to get a little bit deeper um, as far as how that aligns with people. But don't ever change who you are as far as what your values are based on because that person is not aligned with that. And it's like, well, I'm going to kind of tone myself down and mix into what they like and kind of blend in with them because that's not their values. So I'm trying to work with that and change who you are. Amen. You have to ask questions to get to know somebody. You do. You got to ask those tough questions. How about your family? You know, how are you with your mom? How are you with your dad? What do you think about children? Um, what do you value in a relationship? Are you looking for long term? Is this just a sex thing? Or are we just here for a good time? These are the questions you fucking ask in the beginning of your relationship. So you're not bamboozled at the end. Oh my God, I didn't know. I told you from the beginning. At the same time, some people get those things in the beginning and they don't hear it. I don't want to hear it. They ignore it. I just told you I wasn't looking for something long term. In your head, nope, I'm going to change that. That's a you problem, not me. So values, what do you think about that?
Same thing. Values are very important because, like you said, I may value something and you may not. And that's okay if we don't value the same things. But if, like you said, step one was chemistry. And again, oh, the sex is good and our conversations are great. And we talking about anime and this and Lord of the Rings. I saw that. Uh, that's good. But again, like we said, get deep into it. What do you value in life? We at that age, not I don't, I'm pretty sure everybody in here is grown folks,
Yeah.
but you grow up, your mind evolves. We ain't on that. We can have little kid moments, nothing wrong with that. But when it comes down to, are we gonna make this work? I need to know, first of all, do you value yourself?
Yourself.
Yeah.
You take pride in yourself.
Exactly. Do you value yourself? Do you value family? Because once again, once you get it into lick it and to stick it, it's almost like you forget all those things, you rush, and then afterwards you find these things out later. Learn this stuff in the very beginning so it saves you the heartbreak and the tears. Because I'm telling you, finding out if they value it or not will save you those I shoulda, coulda, woulda. I wish I wouldn't have gave up.
I wish I never met her.
Right. Exactly. We don't want to be hearing them songs. So, no, but also, like we talked about, if you don't know what you value, get to know what it is because a partner, don't go in looking for somebody saying, can you help me discover my values? Now, it's not to say later on they won't, because they might help you discover certain values you didn't know you didn't have, but you need to have a record of what you necessarily value. Because if you don't know, you just going in blind, and that's gonna cause a wreck later on. That's like
And stick
driving a
to your
car blind.
values.
Mhm.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to it's a message behind that. It's like, look, you chasing this love, this dream, and you're going beyond how you feel. Like this is against your morals, your values, your self-respect, only because you want this person to love on you, and you're gonna overlook some of the things that you hold dear to your heart because I'm gonna say I'm sorry about that. Wrong one. Here we go. Sorry. Um, things that our priorities just kind of not aligned. What's the biggest deals for you? What's a deal breaker for you? All those things. And then respect. It's the last one. Is their support consistent enough? And are they respecting those values? Um, is it real true chemistry? And you will know that from how they act, the actions.
Mhm.
So the only time you speak to them is when you reach out to them. Only time that we go on a date is when I initiate the date. The only time that it's and what I mean by is their support consistent? Are they really paying attention to anything that you tell them? Like, I got my business, and it's like, I like when people actually pay attention to it. It's like, oh, I'm watching. I'm going to show up to your event, or just share it. Just sharing it, anything that you do. I notice those things. I might not say anything, but I'll be like, oh, okay, I see. I see that person out there. I appreciate you. Like what Karina was saying earlier. Karina is a big super fan of the Falcons and all Atlanta teams. And her partner, he shows up to everything with her, and he's not even a Falcons fan. He goes on trips with her. He's just there in her corner because he knows that that's what she loves to do. And it's like, I want you to be able to be happy, enjoy yourself, and I'm going to be right there in your corner, cheering you on, letting you have fun. And he sits back in the cut, he drinks his beer or what have you. She's out there on the floor dancing, enjoying herself. People come up to hug her. Their security within themselves and their relationship, he's secure enough. He's not threatened by it. Go have your fun. I'll be right here when you need me. You okay? Do you need to sit down? Do you need something to drink? Okay. Here's an outfit. Go put this on because I know you like to dress up for. It's little things like that. So if I am a big Falcons fan, my Atlanta Falcons Nation podcast, I have these huge interviews. I just want to see you in there commenting. I want you to come to my Red and Black event and show up. Share it. Support. It can be more than just financial support. It can be a million of things that you can do, or just be in that listening ear for somebody. When they're going through, when times are rough and they just really do need to talk to somebody, you're there to answer that phone call. Hey, what's up? Let me know what's going on. Oh, well, this is this and this and they let you talk too. It is not one of those, let me interrupt you and tell you the solution before I even get all of it out. No, I just need for you to listen to me. Let me get it out. Then we can talk about it. What's next? But let me get all this out first. So people listen to react and not just listen. So is their support consistent? So that part right there, people don't get a lot of. And you feel like you're holding it down for a long time by yourself, or you notice, let's say you're in the beginning stages of your relationship. Oh yeah, they're over there sharing and everything else, but is it consistent? If you guys have a little argument or what have you, is it consistent? They start disappearing. They don't really care. They just did it just to make sure that you like them, but they're not really interested in what you got going on. So what about that? Your support.
Support, and this comment right here, where Karina said is support is super important. And she got another comment that says he even knows when I have overdid it with my knee, even though when I deny it. Yeah, it's just like you
They
said.
know your body language. They know you.
Yeah, so that support system is super important because just like you said, and I had to learn this, you may not like what the other person likes, but just show up and be there because it's the idea of, like you said, my lady's out there on the dance floor enjoying the game, enjoying the team. Because what better way to be at an event and you doing your thing and you look back at your mate and they're right there, not just sitting. Like, I don't want you to support by just showing up and I'm just here for you. No, I don't want that. Like, just, you may not be a big fan like me, but again, my excitement is your excitement. You have to give and you have to give and receive. Everything that you want them to do with you, you got to do. They may be an artiste and love going to art galleries. You may hate art galleries, but you take your ass to that art gallery and you support them.
And you might end up liking it.
Exactly. Because I think once
trying something new.
If you love your partner and you value your partner, you're going to find excitement in what it is that they do. You know what I'm saying? And when it goes back to values, if my partner's values artwork, that's going to let me know, shit, when I go out, ooh,
I'm gonna
I
pick
know
out some
they
artwork.
love this. Let me buy this. Give it to them. And now that's going to spark that joy because I know you value art. Or if you value, like you said, Atlanta Falcon Nation, let me get this t-shirt, give it to you. Again, it's a
You put on
relaying
that T-shirt
of
for your show.
energy.
You got
Exactly.
it in a video, event. Here, I bought you a shirt to wear for it.
Yeah. So when it's one-sided and it's not fun, this is why I really do value the idea of let's date for a year, maybe two. Let me see how you operate on these things. Because if I can learn this stuff about you while we're dating, it lets me know whether I should get you with you. It's an evaluation period. But when you get with them and you learn about the values later, it's no fun because you already done got together. You moved in probably. Y'all are very, very close, but then you start to really learn they don't value what it is that I need to do. And now you got to find the exit strategy. And once they have your heart, it's hard to really find that exit because it hurts a lot more because you got to pull it back.
Mhm.
So taking that time to really see, do they have it in the beginning? Take that time like an investment. Go test out that Carfax. Go take a drive around to see, is it a little bit bumpy? If it is, can I handle with it? So super important on those things.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna keep it moving along because we've been going about an hour and a half, and I thank you guys for just hanging. I just knew that we never gonna get through these episodes because it just be so much good stuff to talk about. The next one on the map we're gonna talk about. So, how to know that they're one modern world, because I was telling you we're gonna break it down a little bit more deeper about modern world considerations. Okay,
Hmm.
so it's and this is where we're going to get into the finances. Alignment in modern areas matters just as much as love. So it ain't just love. That's when those conversations in the beginning start to happen. You need to know, and there go that word values again. You need to know what these values that's most important to you. Everything that needs to be, you got that list of do's and don'ts and what ifs, and my partner needs to be this. This is where this comes in at realistically now, though. Okay, modern world considerations. First one, of course, we're going back to finances. Do you both agree on money values, savings, debt, and spending? That's important. If I
Hella
would have
important.
sit here and combined myself with you in my finances, I've already built my credit up. I done did all the hard work independently now because I was doing my self work, self healing, making sure I was financially stable and becoming independent. You should be able to go into this relationship and say, hey, boom, this is what I bring to the table right here. You want that partner. It's like, you know what? Guess what? This is what I bring to the table. This is what I've been working on in my independency and finances and things like that. This is how I get myself together. And this is how, so two put themselves together people that really did the homework and the inner work of themselves. This is what you really want to happen. But does it happen? It's hard. It's hard to find those two people that just like, yep, I got everything together, everybody. Healed, money, all this going on, but finances. That's the most important part. Is this person a shopaholic? Can they save? Are they buying dumb stuff? What are their future goals? What is your 5 year, 10 year, 30 year, long term and short term goals? Where do you see yourself in the future? Are you expecting me to take care of everything, or are you going to bring something into the pot? These are the questions you have in the beginning, even at dating. Don't feel ashamed to ask these questions in the beginning. It's nothing wrong with it. That's creating conversation and dialogue with your date. I just like to find out, hey, what's up with you? What's in your head? What you think
What's in
about?
your wallet?
What's in your wallet? And then at the same time, if you know you ain't got no money, you don't need to be out there dating in the goddamn first place. Period.
Hmm.
Okay. So finances. Go ahead, Cosmic.
Man, let me tell you something. Money isn't everything, but money is everything in this like we need money to live, literally. You can't go away and be like, oh, I want to eat here, it's going to cost money. I want to get my hair done, money. I need a house, money. So we live in a financial world to where it is not everything, but it is everything. And I'm gonna tell you a story from my parents. I learned a lot from this. When it comes down to being in a relationship, this is how I see it. She has hers, I have mine, but we do have a joint account. And the reason I say that is because when I get paid, I do want to splurge on stuff that I've earned for. When she gets paid, she does want to splurge on things, but let's also get into that middle pot where rent will be due, car payments will be due, saving for vacations will be due, rainy days will be due. And in the middle pot, we discuss who
How that spent.
touches that. Yeah, your money is your money. Again, like I said, if I'm the breadwinner, if I'm making substantially so much, again, my money is your money. If I'm like, what I'm saying, I don't have no problem being like, babe, here you go. Babe, can you take care of this one? I got you. Or if she's financially above me or whatever, when you have your separation, because my mother told me, and again, it's nobody's fault because a lot of us didn't learn about this, but my parents became in debt with the credit cards. And it was my mom was very good with her money, but my dad wasn't the best. Again, it's the learning curve. It's nobody's fault, but that's when my mom decided to say, hey, Aaron, I decided to open up my own because me and your dad's spending habits are two different things. So relating back to that question, I'm not going to go deep into it where they said, should it be 50-50, 80-20 or whatever? It
Mhm.
depends on your situation because everybody's going to have a different
Different
topic. But
situations. There you go.
yeah, where do you value money? Because if I'm with a woman and let's say she has a credit, she gets credit cards, but she maxes them out because most people forget when you get married, the law joins that stuff together so both y'all credit scores can go up and down. So I need to know, do you just blow money? Do you know how to save? Do you know how to invest? Are you into investing? Again, money in my last relationship, once again, I remember when I lost everything, when we both lost everything, she didn't have any, not blaming her again. I'm just telling the story. I lost everything, but because she didn't have it, everything went downhill. And I don't ever want to go through that again. So I make sure that my finances are covered along with her finances covered as well.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna get into the next one. So we got the finances. So how is this person spending? How's their credit? How's it going? How can we combine these things together? Um, can I deal with this? Am I going to be that 80-20, 50-50? That's where you make those decisions. But the next one is roles. And I'm not talking about gender roles and all that kind of stuff. Me personally, I don't believe in gender roles.
No.
I believe in equalness. Um, if you see a pot in that sink, wash it. I take out my own trash because I've been independent and I got lazy ass brother in the house, but I take out the trash. And it's crazy because it's like, God, you do everything. I mean, I can take down a sink, put it back together. I'm Bob the Builder around here sometimes. I don't like it because I would like to sit down and cook, somebody cook me a meal sometime and fix some shit and take some trash out. But because I've been on my own for so long, I'm just used to that. So it's also getting used to somebody like, here, I'm going to help you out is my problem. So here it is. Roles, traditional versus modern partners. Who cooks? Who leads?
Mm.
Who supports? What balance feels right? So people have different dynamics of how they want their relationships to be. And then of course sometimes when it's chemistry is real, it naturally kind of just develop into whatever it's gonna be anyway. I'm one of those people, it's like, I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna cook, clean, do whatever I need to do to make sure you're straight. Because if you're happy and in a good mood, then of course you're gonna be in a good mood to hopefully give it in return. But I was one of those people that give, do, and not getting those things in return. I was making all the efforts, picking the dates, all the above. Um, I just wasn't used to someone saying, "Hey, sit down and let me take you out and treat you and this and that and the other." I'm not used to that. So when someone did come in, but at the time they would love bombing me though. It was my vulnerable time. And it was like, here for the buy, shoes, clothes, this, that, and the other. I want you to love me. But this is the person that I wasn't in love with. Sometimes you can be a little too showering and gifting and things like that. You gotta know your partner and their, what they value most and things like that and what works for them. But yeah, what these roles are is, so it's like, if you're going to be the leader, if I'm going to be leader, or do we come together and there is no leadership in this relationship? We just step up and do what we supposed to do for one another. Um, and it comes to all walks of life, even in the gay community. There still is a gender role there where it's like, well, you're more of the feminine one, so or you're more of the masculine one, feminine masculine. I think you should, this is who should be paying this and doing this and leading that. And what happens is that masculine one sometimes don't get that support, sometimes doesn't get the love, because like, you're supposed to do all this for me. You're not supposed to have feelings. I shouldn't be catering to you. You take care of me. And that's when people get depressed. Um, they don't feel like they have that companionship that's like, look, I want to sit down and come home from a day's hard work and kick back, and you already got my meal taken care of. I can just come in here, wash my clothes, kick back, put my game on, and my baby don't take care of me. Treat me out to dinner sometime. People don't have that in some of these relationships. So what do you think about that, Cosmic?
Remember, I did that teaching about masculine and feminine roles,
Hmm.
and that goes with because most people get it twisted. They think
Yeah.
all men are the same, and they're not. All women are not the same. Masculine and feminine roles doesn't mean male female roles. It means masculine is usually the one who likes to go out and get the bread. They're the husky one. They're the ones who like to fix stuff, take out the trash. You know what I'm saying? You got some women who fit that masculine role, and some men who are more the nurturing, the caring, take care of the house. Doesn't make you less than. So I know step one, finding out what role you fit in. And you definitely know if you're the soft centered one, the one who likes to again do things on a nurturing level. You're more of a feminine side, and again, feminine don't mean female, it just means internalizing. Masculine is the one again who likes to be rough and fix these things and do this and be the protector of it. So it goes back into finding out, like I said, when I'm dating you, know yourself. Like for me, I'm Bob the Builder. In a relationship, lead a shit to me. Not now, if I need a wrench, hand me a wrench or a thing, cool, hand it to me. But other than that, when something go bad, I'ma jump the fuck up because I love being Bob the Builder. Outside work, I love doing outside work, inner outer work, taking out the trash, all that stuff. I know how to cook, but I don't like fucking cooking. So that's where it's just like, if I have that conversation, she's got to love to cook because I really don't love cooking. So if it's like, if I'm the fixer upper and she's just like, well, I don't like to cook. Well, shit, I'm not about to be fixing everything. When I get done fixing, I want you to be like, babe, your dinner's right there, hot and ready. Because if I'm doing this, I need you to do this. So it's that finding out once again, if both of us like to build, no problem. We both are builders. We can take turns. But again, if I don't like to cook, but I know how to cook, but if she doesn't like to cook, it's not a deal breaker. But again, Do you like how to cook or not? Or do you know how to do this or not? So finding out those values and where your strong suits are super important. So now you're not caught looking crazy when it comes down to who's going to be able to do this. But I'm going to tell you this as well. I've also learned I'm going to teach you,
Yeah.
because let's say once again, if I get disabled and you're used to me doing stuff and you've never learned, relationships is always, I feel like you should teach that person. If you don't know how to screw in a light bulb, babe, let me show you. If you don't know how to fix a tire, let me show you. Because once again, what if something happens to me? I want you to be able to know how to take care of yourself. So learning and teaching one another is an important value to have as well.
Yeah, and so I'm actually a bit more masculine myself. So like I said, I've been so independent for quite some time where shit breaks down. I gotta be the one to put it together. I gotta be the one to fix it. Like I said, I'm taking out my own trash. I mean, I ain't cutting my own grass. I pay somebody to do that. But if I had to cut my own grass, I would damn do it.
And you got that shirt on with it too. You look like you
You
ready to
know,
roll up. You right, right, right.
it's so fitting because I got this on today. I'm a little, rough,
Yeah,
lumberjack
yeah.
today. So, it's funny how things happen that way.
Right.
Um, so I like when a woman will kind of here, I have this dinner for you. I brought you a drink. I appreciate that because I cook for myself and I've been doing it for so long. I just haven't had somebody that I'll do for you. I appreciate you. Here's this, here's
Yeah.
that. But I did have it a couple of times in my dates. I'm not gonna lie. And it did feel kind of good. I was like, oh, you cooking me dinner today?
Right.
Like, okay then. Appreciate you. And it felt good. It was temporarily, but I felt that they was making the effort to figure me out. And it's like, no, you sit down because you do a lot around here. I got it. And that's what I'm looking for. And then of course I got you in return. You ain't gotta worry about that part.
You got to watch each
Like,
other's backs.
are we gonna watch each other's backs at the end of the day? I'm gonna do what I need to do and make sure you taken care of in all aspects of the universe, if you will. Acting and skipping and making breakfast in the morning. But at least I'm just got that sleep.
Tell it.
I'm just playing. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the next one though. Where we are.
Are we still back? Yes, lifestyle and values.
Kids, travel, faith, health, career goals. And we can kind of be short and brief with this one. It's kind of just self-explanatory.
Right.
How you raise your children. If you guys want to, you got your money right now you can go travel a little bit. Can you guys go on trips? Can you afford it? Your faith. That's another one.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are religious. Some people aren't. Some people are just spiritual. Your health. Me, I have high blood pressure. So I have to eliminate the sodium, the fatty foods. I also value how my skin is because I see people that are overweight in my family that have left, especially the women in my family, that had let themselves go due to not taking care of themselves, strokes, high blood pressure, diabetes running my family, cancer, all kinds of things because of what we put in our bodies.
Right.
So it's like I lumberjack. Anyway, it's gonna be an inside joke. But
You're gonna be a meme.
so I do pay attention to what I put in my body. I drink plenty of water. I go get my checkups. I eliminate grease, a lot of sugars out my, in my diet and things like that. So it's like I want my partner, if they haven't already, learn to start to eat that way. Now, that's what I value the most. Because it's like, how are you helping yourself feel better and be better? Because that means we're gonna be cooking two different meals because I'm not gonna eat that crap.
Mm-hmm.
And then I refuse to watch it. Maybe you might not be vegetarian. I'm not saying I'm that, but just say somebody's vegetarian. You might have different styles of cooking and different things that you do. People have different ways they eat. Some people, I'm just going to eat fish and what have you. But we got to have some type of common ground of what we like to eat together, and considering trying new things, trying some things out, as well as being mindful of what goes into our bodies. Because it's like, I want to live my life with you, and I got to worry about your health because you're in front of me doing the things that you shouldn't be doing. Your doctor told you to get rid of that, and you're still doing it. You're still drinking. You're still abusing things, and you're feeling sorry for yourself. And oh my goodness, I am a certain size, or I'm doing this, and I feel this way. I'm sluggish. It's because you haven't changed your diet. That's most important to me as well.
Absolutely. Same thing. Like you said, when it comes down to kids, I don't have any yet, so I have to be I had to be real honest with myself. Love seafood as well. Um, I have to ask whoever I'm with if they already have kids because I want them. Do
Mm-hmm.
you want more?
Mm-hmm.
If the answer is no,
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how great it is. I want kids. I can't miss that whole section. Get
Yes.
married. Baby, I want to have kids. We talked about, no, I don't want, I'm not going to force that. It's a respect because there are plenty of people out there. So step one, for those of you who don't have little ones yet, and I told you the story. I almost had
Yeah.
five.
Mm-hmm.
It was a sad experience, but I do definitely want to have that experience. So it's like, I got to find out, do they want kids? First of all, how many? Do they want a big family, a small family? I got to see how they treat kids because you can have kids with somebody, but they could be terrible
Mm-hmm.
at raising them, and you didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? So seeing those particular values, spirituality and faith, man, that can make and break you because I don't consider myself a religious person, but I respect someone's religion. I'm more of an open mindedness to where as long as you respect mine and I'll respect yours because I want to look into yours and ask questions about mine because we're all talking about the same thing. One thing I realized about religion, and my dad's a preacher, so I grew up into this stuff. I know we all talking about the same thing, but it's different languages. But we got to learn that lingo. But if you are looking at what I do and you think it's terrible, it's again, this is what I do. It may not be what you do, but please respect it. And if you cannot, again, it's not going to work. So let me bring this thing back up so I can. Yeah, health and career goals, absolutely. What I like to travel.
Mm-hmm.
I expect to be traveling around the world. Do you want to travel with me? Can we travel together? Is your job stationary? All those things are very important, you know?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, all those things, once again, learn this stuff before you get into a relationship or better yet get married because once you tie that knot, again, divorce costs too much. Most people can't get divorced, so they'll stay in it. So very important things.
And also the most important for me, because like I have children. Um, Now mine are older, so I've noticed there's a difference in that. Sometimes
Hmm.
when you get with somebody with younger children compared to someone with older children or none whatsoever, they may not understand. Well, let's say I'm dating somebody that doesn't have children and don't plan on having children or want them. Sometimes the advice it can give to you and things like that, they might not understand what it feels like to be a parent, male or female. You could be a single dad or what have you, the case may be. Some people can be selfish. And it's like, I need to be first in all this situation. I don't care what you got going on. And now understand that that little one, especially they're underage, they're gonna need a little bit more time and attention. And you just have to understand that part of it. That's where you had that conversation. How do you feel about this here? That I'm gonna have to sometimes leave the date early when boo, he don't read and hit his head somewhere. He got a runny nose or bloody nose. I gotta go and pick him up.
And
How do you
even though
feel
your
about
kids, yeah,
that?
even though your kids are at pretty much at that grown state,
They
Does
still
your partner, because it's like y'all may be leaving out of the house, but can you get along with my because even though they grown, again, it's not like they're gonna disappear. And if I see you, are you in that, oh, I can't stand your these you there's gotta be, why don't you like them? Why don't you know what I'm saying? That's very important.
and that's
Can you get
another
along?
thing. I'm glad you put that out there too, because sometimes we do get into these relationships, and I'm big about this. You're not going to meet my kids until I feel like there is something established here. For one thing, we can pull up outside and kiss and all that. Mm-mm. You're not meeting my kids, no matter how big they are. Now they might know I'm going out on a date. Hey, mom, you going out? Yeah, I'm going to go out. I got a date tonight. Okay, cool. They can see my location and everything. They know where I'm at, all that good stuff. That's just the relationship I have with my older kids. And it's like, make sure home good, y'all good. Okay, I'm gonna be out. I'm at that stage where I can go on trips, where I can, but at the same time, because you think that I have a little bit more flexibility in myself, that I can do all these things, my kids still are extremely important to me. So if you just dislike kids altogether, or you are a disrespectful person to me, or you don't get along with them and all this kind of stuff, that's a whole problem right there. But at the same time, we do have these people that raise their children to be disrespectful. So it can go both ways. Those values, your roles and all that. How do you treat your damn kids? How do you raise your children? That can be a problem too. We
Oh
just can't
yeah.
talk about these moms and partners coming in and supposed to like your child. If you raising the demon son,
That can influence onto yours because their how
absolutely.
they act, and then yours, there's an influence on, my kids didn't do this until yours came along. And if you're not conscious
Are you
of,
disciplining them and
you one of them parents that's not my kid, but no, look at what it is they doing. Be consciously aware of that.
everything?
So families coming together once again under one household and one roof, how is that going to be able to connect? These are important.
Those are very important. So it's like I want to see how you raise your children. So it's like I geared towards more people that probably have kids, or maybe wanted children and might not been able to have any, things like that. But maybe an auntie, a nurturer in heart. I'm looking for people that already kind of get it and understand it and
Right, they
everything
have
else.
some type of right.
But
Because
I
one
know how
thing,
to balance my relationship. It's like you're gonna get all the attention and time and love, but they also will too.
right, and
Um,
one thing I said that, yeah, even though I don't have any, I grew up with plenty. Women I've dated, from babies to adults, so even though I'm not a parent, I know what it's like. I've lived with people who had it, so just like you said, have some type of understanding of it versus just none at all.
So emotional compatibility, it kind of goes with the. I'm gonna just read through these here, because it's just, can they handle conflict without shutting down, exploding, or blaming? Do they listen and communicate with respect? Is emotional safety present? This is rare but non-negotiable. Not only is it financial stability, um, you know, they look good, they make you feel good, all that kind of good, great stuff. We have that kind of chemistry. But what about your emotional state? And that's why I said I felt like at some point I wasn't emotionally ready to date. I wasn't. I knew it. So I knew better to get out there. So this is where you kind of see, I always say it, how somebody is in all seasons. The beginning stages, how they handle their emotions and everything else. Then this is when you get past the mask they put in front of you. You start to break down and see who they are and how they handle situations, conflict, without shutting down, exploding, or blaming. So What happens when we end up starting to kind of have a little disagreement? We might not see eye to eye on this particular thing as far as children, how to raise my kids, or what have you, or how, finances and things like that. So I'm like, I'm going to come to you about this issue. How can we communicate with each other without being disrespectful? It's very big for me. Can we really communicate and express ourselves to a point where we can be adult about things where we're not insulting each other? You're getting your say in, I'm getting my say in, or are we yelling at each other and not hearing each other at all? Also, like in my marriage, that person just completely shut down and walked all the way away. And avoidance, they thought that avoiding the situation, they thought that was fixing it. No, that's not fixing anything, because we're going to come right back to this same conversation over and over again, and you're just going to walk away because you don't want to address the issue. You don't like conflict. I don't like to argue. I don't want to talk about it. We have to talk about these things. How can we? My biggest thing is with people, how do you expect me to know how you feel if you don't tell me?
Yeah, I don't like that closed mouth.
You just expect me to figure it out by your body language. You come in here. Oh, well,
Or you should know how I feel. No, you need to
yeah,
open up your mouth.
open your mouth. Tell me. Clearly, I'm not getting it. Let me know what is wrong with you. At the same time, some people don't know how to communicate that either. They don't know how to express themselves of how they feel. They just tend to cry and all this kind of stuff. They get emotional because they don't know how to express it either. They don't know how to talk. That's where you kind of learn your different communication styles. That's most important as well. That's another conversation for another day. But it's emotional safety present. So can do you feel like this is a safe space where you can express yourself and not be judged? Be vulnerable. Because love comes with being vulnerable at a point where you can trust this person to take your words and hold it within them, listen and respond and react, and you're safe. This is your safe space. People don't create that in relationships. I feel safe with you. You're my protector. It's deep. It's deep. What you get from that?
The communication was sticking out for me because communication for me, like I said, if we can't talk, and I cannot stand it when somebody says, I don't want this to lead to an argument. I'm like, it won't if we know how to talk. Argue to me, arguing is when two people don't know how to talk. If I'm saying something to you and you're not receiving, because there's a difference between if I'm talking, shut up and receive it. And the same thing for me when you're talking, I need to shut up and receive it. But if I'm talking and you're, that's not, it's not going to work because I'm not making stuff up. I
Yeah.
need us to be able to talk. But also, when it comes down to communication, sometimes you could be telling somebody something and you think they get it, but they don't. Because sometimes I tell people, do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, I do. Okay, well, say it back to me. Oh, well, you said this, this, this. No, I didn't.
Or it, that's a good one. That's another thing to point out when you know, especially in the dating stages, if me and you are dating and that conversation is going, so how's it going? Yeah. So did you said you like this, that, and the other? So can you repeat to me what I just asked you?
Mm-hmm. Because
Um,
I
say that
found
one.
out, yeah, most people they will be listening to you, but their interpretation will be different. So if they don't have that interpretation correctly, it can throw things off. So the communication, let me see, we talked about the emotional safety. Another one, like you said, if you got kids, I remember I'll tell a quick story. I wasn't dating this person, but I was roommates with somebody, and she invited me to live with her, and she had a little daughter. Now, again, I'm not that type of way. I'm all respectable, but I remember one night I was staying in the living room. She had a little daughter and a dog, and then I think her elder daughter left. The dog was wandering out. The dog got out of its cage.
Mhm.
Me being the protector, I got up and I wanted to put the dog back in its cage. The dog disappeared, went back into its cage, into the little girl's room. I was like, okay, well, everything's good. So I leave out of the room. The mom comes in. What are you doing in my daughter's room? I explained to her, oh, hold on, because it's late at night. The lights is dim. The dog came out. I wanted to make sure everything was good. I didn't see no dog. The dog is in the cage. She not even listening to me. So now we got to go out. You should know who I am, but that trigger, because she had somebody do that before, instead of her saying, you know what, Cosmic Lip, my bad, it just triggered her. She stayed out and watched me the whole night. Like I was like, "Are you just gonna sit there and watch me?" Because I didn't see no dog. I was just like, "Do you want me to go sleep in the car? Would that make you feel better?" Well, that just didn't make any sense. So in my mind, I'm like, if you didn't trust me enough, why would you have me move in?
Mhm.
You didn't see, can I trust him enough? But apparently you thought you did. And like I said, she realized that I was not that type of person. But I didn't like that whole ordeal because if you're questioning and you don't know that about me, don't allow me or anybody else
Anybody
into
else?
your house if you got a little one and you're unsure because you needed me to help out financially. So those, are you safe? Do you feel safe? Does your little one safe? Do I know everything about you? Like I said, I'm a nurturer. I don't do nothing to little ones, but it was those situational moments that I was just like, that part is very important. So
Absolutely. And we're going to kind of rewind back to the last two episodes we had, red flags versus green. Well, no, we talked about red flags, but red and green flags. And we're going to make this short and sweet. Red flags, whatever you think is a red flag: secrecy, avoidance of commitment, or commitment, talks, disrespect, inconsistent energy is some red flags. And then some of your green flags. We don't talk about that enough. And there are
hmm
some bad, there are some good things. Accountability, consistent effort, shared visions, the ability to apologize and repair. So, and that comes with, I'm glad that they put this out here. I'm going to leave this up here for a moment because we're talking about, how do you know this person is the one? Right now, we're in an age where any sign of anything that can go, like a little disagreement, a little thing that, okay, here's my unrealistic list of what I expect out my partner. One little thing, I'm in this relationship and I don't want to work on it. It's over with. You like green spaghetti, I don't. Whatever, this ridiculous stuff. Um, you like to brush your hair a certain way. Oh my God, I can't stand that. I can't be with you no more. It's people get so irritable now at this point where they're looking at the red flags, red flags. Yes, those are red flags, but some things can be worked on. Some things where it says inconsistent energy, maybe it's something that you guys haven't really got to the common ground of. Why is the energy a little different? Because maybe you making them feel a certain way by your own actions. Um, Avoidance of commitment, because maybe you've done a couple of things that made them question that relationship. Maybe they don't feel good enough about, they have some insecurities, you have some there's a lot of things. Disrespectfulness, they're used to somebody being treating them a certain way, like you just said. She was used to, she something like that happened to her before, so she's just kind of in defense mode, and it's like everybody is like this. So you go into this relationship with all this baggage and everybody's the same, but nothing is perfect in these relationships. I see a comment at the bottom. I'll go ahead and get to that one. Um, it's the accountability. It's like, you know what? I'm wrong. I'm sorry. You know what? I didn't consider your feelings when I was out here acting a fool. And this made distrust in our relationship. Or when you came to me, I shut it down because I wasn't interested in what you had to say. So now you keep it to yourself. You stay bottled in. You don't feel safe, secure enough to come to your partner. I can't talk to you. Listen to when you get into these communications, when you're back and forth, they're telling you sometimes, I can't speak to you because you don't allow me. They're telling you exactly what the problem is. Well, I'm going to tell you what's wrong with you. Listen to your partner sometimes. And also take accountability for your actions. It can't be where it's just that person is in the wrong. What did you do to contribute to it?
It's a two-way street.
It's a two-way street. Stop this blaming, finger pointing at him, her. Point it back at yourself sometimes. The ability to apologize and really truly mean it. Because once the trust is over, it's hard to get that back. Especially if you just only apologizing just to make it sound good, but your actions are doing something else. And repair. If you get to that point where that person is like, you know what, you're showing me that was a mistake or what the case may be, and I feel like you've learned your lesson from it, let's repair our relationship. Let's go to therapy, marriage counseling. Let's work on it. But it takes two to tango in that one. But consistent effort. Meaning you're not the only one initiating things, these dates, this conversation. Hey, I got you today. Hey, I'm just thinking about you. That's a green flag for me. So if you want to be in these long-term relationships, it's gonna be some rocky moments. It's how you guys handle those rocky moments when times get a little heated. Even if you know you guys argue, and you just walk away a little bit, calm down. Be adults about that conversation. It's like, okay, babe, I'm a little cool now. Let's have this conversation. This is how I feel. When this happened, it made me feel this way. But I'm at a calmer place because it's a tone, it's your body language. All of that makes a huge difference when it comes to a conversation. All of that plays a huge factor. So red flags, green flags. But this is how you know this person is the one, is how they handle themselves. Those different seasons I keep talking about. What you got on that, Cosmic?
I actually like that you put the green flag up there as well because it made me realize there are a lot of greens, but if we keep focusing on the red, just like, you know, past relationships, the accountability, most people, and I used to be one of them, they would always talk about the negative shit that happened in a relationship, like everything was bad. And it's just like, nah, your feelings was hurt. But what did they do that was good? Green flags are such a beautiful thing because once again, you're going to have green and red. That's with friendships. That's with family ships. You're going to have times where you don't necessarily like that person, but there's things that you got with them because of green flags. And the thing you mentioned too about therapy, when I say Everybody, therapy, counseling. If things are not going well, do not just call it quits, because in today's world, even before then, it's almost like you said, people are punks now. They just, I don't like the way you did your hair. I'm gone because this Instagram person told me I can get it. Or I don't like that you do this. I'm gonna go over here. It's almost like you just gonna knock down the whole Jenga set. You may jiggle and it seem like it's gonna fall, but when you keep playing, it actually can still fix itself. So I encourage people, sometimes you need, no, all the time, no matter how great you are, because people will look at people who've been together for 50 years, like my parents, they've been together for 50 plus years. That shit wasn't easy. But I look at the fact that they've been through enough to where they have knowledge. They've been through marriage counseling. They've been through all types of different things. You can't go that long and not crack some eggshells, knock over some houses, some things happen. Longevity is important. So just there's no such thing as a perfect marriage. So
Oh
what
no.
good things? Yes. Like there's no perfect marriage. Not fuck them Instagram when you scroll. Oh, they have such a perfect news flash. They show you what they want you
Want you
to
to see.
see. They may be holding their family and doing the we are family like every time, but as soon as that camera come off, who's not to say he or she may be slapping the shit out of them like Joe Jackson? What I tell you about getting off cue? You don't know that. You
Mm-hmm.
have no idea. Do not sit here and look at that. But again, like I said,
And
the
don't judge
green,
your relationship. Don't build your relationship off of what you see on social media.
right, right, because they're only showing you what they really want to see. Don't even compare your stuff to somebody else, because that's a major red flag. Because I used to hear this from people, but they'll look at it, babe, why don't you do that for me? What? Why are you looking at that whole thing? So look at the good
Mm-hmm.
and not just the red flag. So the accountability, let me put this back up. The accountability, the shared visions, the apologizing. I know it may be harsh, but babe,
Oh,
I
you
messed
messed
up.
up.
I do you know how many times I think she almost
And
tried to
mean it.
walk. Yes, yes. Don't just I apologize so you can stay and let me dick you down. Nah. There were times where I remember she was getting ready to head out the door, bags packed, and I broke down. And now I didn't do it because she was leaving, but that same time that she was leaving, I literally just gave a whole speech about how I fucked up. And she said that I was getting ready to leave, but because you were accountable and you recognized and you showed that you cared, it allowed us to actually save it. So apologize for doing stuff, even if you know you didn't do wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Apologize for your shit, because it does go a long way. Because if you just always the person who never admit that you wrong, problem.
Problem. Red flag. Absolutely. So we got the last little bit of this because I was like, maybe make this a two-part, but you know what, we're gonna get through it and you guys gonna love it. Even if you didn't catch all of it, come back and watch the rest of it because we can go and go and go. But last but not least, spiritual and long-term alignment. Now you don't went to marriage counseling, you're accountable for each other, you sick of each other, but you love each other. But it's like, you know what, baby, you ain't going nowhere because I love you.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, you know I love you
Get it.
no matter what you do. That's when that come in. Ah,
Maggie T
we
Productions
gonna
presents.
see you through because I love. That's when you're singing and hugging and loving. It's like, baby, that's mine. She ain't going nowhere.
And
Spiritual
sometimes
and
that's
long-term
important.
alignment.
They want you, yeah, they want you to do that sometime. Like beg to get me to stay. It's important how much you want to. Don't just drop it.
Thank you. Do they share or at least respect your spiritual values and practices? Do your vision? So now we don't ask the questions in the beginning of the dates. Now you get to date them a little long. Let's say y'all got a couple of years in there now. You know, the honeymoon stage is over with. The blinders are
Oof.
taken off. Now you're seeing
Oof.
them with the wig off.
The
No
hair, the no
makeup.
makeup,
You know,
the stank breath,
I ain't had my medicine today, and I'm on Xanax. You get all of
the
that now.
granny panties
The
on, the
granny
terrible
panties on
boxers.
the now. This is the okay. We for real now. Well,
Right.
I know your ins and outs at this point. Do they share or at least respect your spiritual values and practices? So that means what they said in the beginning is what they are continuing to do in that relationship. I can say, oh, I am spiritual, cosmic. Oh yeah, I like crystals and beads and all this. I like to do that type of stuff because you liked it. I'm gonna figure it out. Like, I don't think you are. I think you're just doing it because of what I like.
Actions speak louder than words.
Do your visions for 5, 10, and 20 years align? So, is this a wham bam thank you, ma'am? Are you in it for the long haul? Can you both evolve together? So there's going to be trials and tribulations, but do we grow stronger because of the actions we took when things wasn't going the way we thought about it? Were we able to be mature enough to talk about it, get the counseling, grow to love each other, evolve together? So now we are one. Through illness, that's enough. You met her at a $120,
Hmm.
5'2", you know, athletic and all that kind of stuff. Then, you start feeding her those good meals. Baby got a lot more back. And then y'all ain't paying attention to what you're eating, so you got a little sick there. Sickness, success, failure. What goes up sometimes goes down. Are they consistent with you during those times of darkness? Children plays a difference in the relationships. You was getting with her when y'all could just fuck all over the house with no care in the world. And guess what? Fucking all over the house means kids after a while. So now them kids in play. So now you got to sneak around to do all that kind of stuff. And now she's don't feel like it. He don't feel like it. And aging. Some things just don't act right no more. Or you're just not into the mood anymore. Or you sometimes can outgrow certain things you used to do. So when that age time comes, how do you guys handle that? That's long-term alignment. Yes, he's fine. Yes, she's fine. Ooh, 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 ooh. But when everything starts to fade, the titties sag, the stomach goes out. Now you got the dad bod and all that kind of stuff. Do you love your person unconditionally during those times? That's what you need to think about when it comes to long-term commitment. I'm done.
Amen, sister. You know what sticks out for me? 'Cause I love you. Absolutely. The evolving part. You see where it shows illness, success, failure, children, and aging? We talked about being with somebody for like all 4 seasons within a year or maybe 2 years. That's cool. But when you extend that,
Yes.
now you got those longer seasons because success could be 4, 5 years. And then all of a sudden failure can be another. It's like you got a season of spring in your marriage. And then again, it's going to get tested because no matter who you are, It's going to be that springtime, and then all of a sudden failure will come in for a long time. Infidelity may come in, sickness and illness may come in, the aging. All these things are very important. The same way you got that car, are you taking that car? The same way you love that car to take it out for a wash in a vacuum, the longevity of the car stays because you constantly are doing the same thing. You got to do the same thing in a relationship. I don't want to hear you may fall off and say I got a little bit busy, I'm not taking her out as much, but guess what? That don't mean keep into
No.
that fucking bullshit. You better find a pep in your step to say, I need to, what did I get to get her or him or them? You need to keep it up. Not saying you're always going to keep it up, but are you showing effort or are you just, well, I'm tired. Well, hell nah. Because the moment you slack off, somebody else gonna be making him cookies at work or her cookies at work, and then all of a sudden now you want to wonder why you putting that on going to work. Well, you start valuing me here, and I don't want to, but someone else is
It's
making me
giving me
feel
the
good. Yeah,
attention
so my
I'm
inner,
looking for.
yeah, and it's not, and sometimes a person doesn't mean to, but when you're not getting energy from home, I'm not getting it from you. It's somebody showing me interest. Win me back by saying, oh hell nah, somebody making you let me do this for you. Let me sit down. I even would tell women that I dated with true stories so many different times. If a brother catches your attention, let me know so I know to step my game up. Don't feel ashamed. Aaron, there's a brother who fine as I don't know what he catching my eye. I'ma just be honest with you because I love you. Because it means that I'm not doing
Doing your
something.
part.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because again, I would rather not you putting on lace, you working at a factory, but you putting on lace under that don't go together. What's going on here? Tell me so I know what adjustments need to be made because I know how it is to fall off sometime. So
Yeah.
the evolving together, you gonna go through those cycles where it's not gonna be great. I remember another time where infidelity played a part. It took me a long time for us to heal from that shit. That's why I was like, I didn't physically do it. It was more of a over the phone type deal, but it does take a long time to heal and get that trust back. But we stuck through it. And I'm glad that we did. So you gonna go through those seasons of evolutionary periods. I mean, hell, you got together when you was 20 and you want to be together till you're 90. Damn it, shit changes. Can you change with them?
And my thing is, I'm glad you was talking about you brought up, what you did to get with that person. You can kind of continue with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we forget.
You do.
Sometimes we get so complacent in our lives. We don't been through some shit. The house flooded. We working 2 or 3 jobs to make ends meet, trying to keep kids in college, trying to this economy.
Economy, tell it.
You know what I'm saying? So
Moving,
we just
changing
trying to
jobs.
survive at this point. So now we can't even really afford to go out there and do a lot of things. But that's when you sit down. It's like, you know what? I've noticed we really ain't been out in a while. I've noticed we haven't sat down and watched a movie together. I noticed these little things that we used to do. Get back to it. Even if it's something just as simple as walking through the park and just having a conversation with one another.
Right.
It don't have to be extravagant, but it's like, you know what? You got my undivided attention today. I'm going to cook you a meal today. I'm going to rub your back. I'm going to do these things because it's like I've noticed that lately we haven't paid much attention to us, and it's not our faults. Life has been lifing, but do not forget your partner. Sometimes you have to be reminded of these things. So when you feel like you're drifting away, fix your foundation before you step out there. Now, somebody's catching your eye. That means something is going on at home.
Mm-hmm.
Let's figure it out. What's happening here?
And let's just be honest too. We got some sexy ass people out there. Your eyes will get caught, but that doesn't mean
You're
you
human.
right. Like when you go to a flower shop, you're not gonna cover. I don't want to look at them beautiful flowers. Look at them and admire them, but don't purchase. Stare it down and just get it all out, but do not pursue. I think somebody had a beautiful thing. They said, let the bird fly over your head. Just don't let it land and build a nest because you'll get in trouble. Let it fly over everywhere you go. Again, I know you're going to see somebody who is catching your style. But if you really love me and care for me, and I think that that's sexy too, when they be like, I saw somebody who was amazing, but baby, they not you.
Mm.
Thank you for acknowledging that it's a sexy motherfucker over there, but they ain't you. Because stepping out for that quick Snickers bar, when that Snickers bar is gone, you got the whole factory over here. That one ain't gonna do it. You better realize what the fuck it is.
What you got at home?
The grass ain't
That's,
always greener, damn it.
that what's at home is worth it though. Now that's
Right.
the difference.
Yes. Yes.
Now, if that person ain't about shit, man.
Right. Right. But we spitting facts though. We spitting facts because people just need. There are some people who are in
Yeah,
relationships and they're not worth shit. So you can't get mad. Why are you doing it? What you stopped. And don't act like you didn't see this coming. Cause it's always shown when the shit is coming.
you can know those red
Thank you.
flags.
Thank you. They sexy, but I got an even better sexy motherfucker at home. I'm a bust down. There you go. I wish we had sound effects up in this thing.
If people look, y'all still in here. I'm telling you, if you took care of home of someone that's deserving of it, though, okay, there's a difference.
Yes, yes, deserving.
Deserving. If you took care of home, like I'm that type of person. When I'm really, really, really into somebody, I see them. Ooh,
Yeah.
okay, you attractive, but it don't mean
You
nothing
ain't
to me.
touching what I got.
Exactly.
Mhm.
I know. And you know what? Because last story, we're gonna get to the end of it. So one time I went to the strip club with somebody I was dating, and something caught my eye, and it was like, oh wow! And I was drinking, having a good time. I tore that thing up when I got home. It's like it was one of them things. Like, oh yeah, you getting this later. That's the type of relationship you gotta have with somebody.
Yeah, yeah. And I feel what you mean on that. Like, I've found out women, that's why I let my woman go out, because if you feeling something, bring that energy back and throw it down with your partner. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's a beautiful thing. Don't I'm ooh, now when I get home, ooh, I'm just revved up. And now, of course, don't think about the other person while you fucking it, but don't do that shit. But the feelings that you bubbling up in there, go and drop it low when you get home, because it's a beautiful thing.
So pay attention to your partners, love on your partners. Please be accountable for your actions. Mean that shit and stop doing the shit. We all make mistakes. Come on now.
We
Now
sure
this
do.
person keeps making that mistake, and
That ain't no mistake no more. That's a
that ain't no
habit.
mistake, no more. But we all are human, and we're not just talking about infidelity. Not everybody has infidelity in their relationships. It can be communication issues, it can be financial issues, it can be drugs, alcohol, all kinds of things that can cause issues in a relationship. We're just not talking about cheating. There's a number of things in these relationships, but the grass ain't always green on the other side. That's how we're gonna end this tall tale. Take care of your tail at home, and then they ain't got to be worried about somebody tapping that tail.
Mm-hmm.
And if your tailing ain't good enough, you better learn.
Damn right.
Figure it out.
Right. Don't be saying they don't know what they doing. Well, motherfucker, you know you can teach. You know there's books y'all can read. You know there's Karma Sutras. People can learn.
Teach
Don't
me.
give me that like
Teach.
people can.
We got to have this conversation, Aaron. We got to have this conversation about the art of sex. We got to have that one
Oh, that's in
because
the works.
that's in the work. Because you can teach your partner how to please you, but you also got to know how to please yourself. So you can't teach somebody what to do and how to do it if you don't even know your own body. And we're gonna get into that
Exactly.
conversation. That's another side of how to keep your relationship a little spicy.
Spicy.
A little
Cause that is important. So yeah, we'll let y'all know when that flavor comes up, because that is another important thing, is keeping that flame alive. Because it's not that people don't have it. It's just that, like you said, sometimes you may need a little, yeah, exactly, tapping that ass. Shoo. Cause sometimes that'll fix it. All you gotta do is just act like you a burglar and break it. Put your hands up, put your hands on the ground and get down and dirty. Let me get it to you know what I'm saying? Be that burglar. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you robbing me? I'm robbing you.
That's all. Sometimes that's all it's needed. It's like you come home having a rough day, and it's like, you know what? I ain't even got a word to say. You
Right,
already know what I need, but hush
right,
you up.
right. Dress up like that gun Gandalf character. You want this Lord of the Rings? Something, damn it. Okay?
Put some spice in your life. Stop being so bland.
Right.
Have fun with each other. And we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. I'm telling you, Kandid Room, we giving y'all a little bit of what to expect upcoming. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got the female and the male perspective of these conversations.
Yes,
And
yes.
we're both comfortable in our masculine and feminine energies. So
Balanced.
we're balanced. We can have these
Mm-hmm.
conversations as an adult now. And disclaimer, put your kids away when we have
Yeah,
these
don't
conversations.
right.
Yeah.
Because we ain't responsible for that. Cosmic and Maggie, why would you? We told you not to have this conversation. That's your fault. They ain't got nothing to do with us. You've
Lying
been warned.
and joking. You know what? See, all right. On that note, people, thank you everybody that actually stayed in here and hung with us for 2.5 hours.
That means they love us. That's long-term love. We over that
Long
honeymoon
term love.
phase. They love us. We love y'all back. We really do.
And keep people coming. Bring them back here. Share this out. Give us some feedback. And we'll be right back in this thing next Monday with a whole, because was the end of our relationships conversations.
Mm-hmm.
What's next? Wait and see. Wait and see. On that note, Mr. Cosmic, let's go ahead and wrap this thing on up. Let's go ahead and get out of here. We're going to get to our champagne takeaways, last minute thoughts, and then tell everybody how to find you.
Yes. So last minute thoughts, y'all. Know yourself. That's the easiest way to do it. Take your time, know yourself, discover who you are, your likes, your don't, you know what I'm saying? My biggest thing I tell y'all, do not get into somebody's pants until after. Okay, stop playing them. I didn't know. Hide the cookie jar until they get the combination. Trust me, you will save so much longevity. And really, again, take y'all time. This has been a pleasure. If you all would like to find out where I am from, where's my little thing? Here you go. You all can find me. You can find me on my email address, meditationeducation444 @gmail.com. And I do have a YouTube channel, Cosmic Mindset 713. Please go over and subscribe if you have not. You know where to find me every Monday. I'm here at the Kandid Room, and every Thursday night at 9 p.m. I'm doing the men's talk. You'll find me on that section. So we appreciate everybody who's out here. And Maggie T, again, as always, I'm going to give you your props. Thank you for being such an amazing friend, a host, a twin, all those very things, because you make all these things possible.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tony Hall, Antonio, saying great discussion. Miss Karina, I'm telling you, we keep
Thank
it
you.
raw and real and candid on this show. I appreciate you guys still tuning in and hanging in there, even if you walked away and just was hearing us in the background. We
Mm-hmm.
appreciate you. Y'all still being here means the world to us. But as far as my last thoughts here, if you don't take anything from everything that we taught you throughout this, if you go back, if you got time, go back and watch these episodes again, because we went from the red flags to protecting your energy, all of that. We broke it down to you. Always remember who you are. Take care of your health, being mental, spiritual, emotionally. Take accountability. Just be in a place of peace before you jump into these relationships and trying to love on somebody. If you're not healed, don't do it. Have yourself together. Know that you are completely just over that situation that you was going through before you take in another heart. And they're fragile coming into it.
Oh,
And both
yes.
of you guys are destroying each other. Be ready to date. Stop getting out here unprepared and expecting someone to save you. Save yourself. Learn how to be by yourself, for one thing. You ain't got to jump into every single relationship because you felt I can't be alone. You can. You'll survive. You'll live. And you're going to come out as a better person because you did the inner work. So now you go into meeting that amazing person because they also did their work.
Mm-hmm.
These two people come together and you're taking your time to get to know them, having your values and everything going on for yourself. And it's like, okay, this person matched me.
Yes.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a mirror reflection. You do date your mirror reflection. They
Got
are
to
you.
love yourself. Yes. Got to love yourself. That's right, Leo. Learn to love yourself first. If you don't love yourself, how you expect someone else to love you? It reflects. It's a mirror, just like Cosby just said. So on that note, how you can find me? You can find me. Let me go find my little store. I mean,
Tell it.
hell it. You can find me at Maggie T Productions. Here we go. Oh shoot, that's the banner there. My bad. Man, where my little thing at? You find me? Can you find me?
Let me see you.
Oh, here you go. My big old thing right here. Maggie T Mental Health Life Coach. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, under Maggie T Productions, or my business name. Of course, we are coaches. Maggie T Mental Health and Wellness. And then there's my email right there, maggietproductions@gmail.com. So if you guys like what we're talking about, if you feel like, hey, I need a little bit of counseling, hey, I need a coach a little bit to kind of guide me through my relationships and things like that, because we can go on and on and on and on and on, but we don't have enough time in the world to hold y'all hostage. So
Right.
if you want some sessions, we do have private sessions from either one of us. Book with us. It's in the descriptions how to reach out to both of us. If you feel like you align with either one of us, it doesn't matter. Seek your help. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all confidential and it stays within us. And we are certified and professional. So don't worry about
Yes,
that.
we
might
are.
joke on here, but we are certified. So don't worry about it. Okay, on that note though, I have an interview tomorrow night, Atlanta Falcons Nation, my other
Y'all
channel
join
at
up.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be interviewing Michael Turner. He is the burner he's a former Atlanta Falcons, Pro Bowler and all of that. Had a meet and greet with him for the watch party, and it was amazing. They have the Believe in Atlanta, Believe in Falcons podcast. It's amazing. I can't wait, you guys. Just tune in for that tomorrow night. Share that out and don't miss it, okay? And come back here next week at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at Mondays, okay? All right. Good night, people. I know we held y'all a little longer than we expected.
Appreciate y'all.
Help with some anger. Okay. Go ahead and sign. I'm telling you, sign up. Reach out to us. The links are in the description. Good night, people.
Good night. Love y'all.
Good night. You know what? Let's cue this little video because I loved it.
I'm glad I was in your head. I was gonna do it. I was like, one more again. Might as well
One
go
more
ahead.
again for the one that missed the purpose of what Candid Room is. We're going to end it out like this.
Welcome to the Candid Room.
I love that piano. I love it.